We're in the outreach portion of the project where we're trying to educate folks about the plan, answer questions folks may have about the plan.
McKee says residents will not be paying higher electric bills and says closed-loop cooling systems means they'll use less water. LeBron James is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers. James made the announcement on social media saying it will be his last decision. The Dow from Stifel is up 267 points to 51,979. If you drive eastbound 55 and I-70 often, you'll see a lot more traffic.
Well, we have additional restrictions coming Monday for drivers in Illinois. I'm Roger Brand. Eastbound 5570, we already have a construction zone eastbound from 203 to Black Lane. Well, starting Monday morning at 6 a.m., they're going to have restrictions where it's down to one lane eastbound 5570 from 64 to Exchange before you get to 203. That'll be every weekday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the next 5 weeks.
It's been another delightful day of weather across St. Louis, and we've got some clouds around for this evening and overnight. Evening temperatures will hold in the 70s, but kind of dropping through the 70s, and 66 for the overnight low. Friday, still a little more unsettled. A mix of clouds and sunshine with scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Nothing severe, though there could be some heavy downpours of rain from time to time. Let's focus on the afternoon. 70s to near 80 degrees. Kind of cool for this time of year. Friday night, scattered showers, a couple of non-severe thunderstorms, 68. The weekend, Saturday, could be a leftover scattered shower first thing in the morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and 89, definitely more humid on Saturday. 73, partly cloudy Saturday night. Sunday, sunny, hot and humid. 96 Sunday afternoon, and I think we're close to 100 come Monday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Live look at the radar to the east. Showers about to hit Highland Breeze, New Baden, Oakville, and to the west, a new round moving into the St. Louis area. About to hit Herman down to Gerald. We've got 77 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret with Eamon Gantner and Capriano. Life happens. Accidents, deaths. Make your estate plan now, or the courts will decide for you later. Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com.
The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
You know this one at all, Rach?
I think I know the chorus.
Yeah, it's a remake with
okay, so
a super band.
I know the old version.
Yeah. Hello. I failed to do my signature coming on the air thing.
Good afternoon, St. Louis.
There you go. You know it.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. It's going to be weird because we have to do a full show today, and none of us are happy about it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, she's fine with it. The rest of us are pretty pissy. Yeah, 1 hour show on Wednesday, 2 hour show yesterday. You'd think this would be a 3 hour show at the most because we're just kind of ramping up, right?
You got to build back up like a rehab assignment.
That's right. Yes. I can't just go 9 innings.
Have you ever considered changing the sign-in, like the intro to the show, what you say?
Got a better idea?
What's up, besties? And you can do like this thing on the microphone. That, like,
little asthma.
That's just what we need is for Dave to get into ASMR.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You have no worry about that.
He's listening to it in the office all day, like whispering out of the computer.
He's just chewing ice into the mic.
Yeah, I could probably do ASMR. That's one thing that me and the kids share, all three of us. Like Phoebe has misophonia.
Oh, yeah.
So she can't stand anything like that.
That's tough.
And I can't hit like the next button fast enough if I see that. But it's okay if you're into it.
I actually kind of hate it. You like it? You got a few?
There's a couple I like. There's ones where like a girl will be doing your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of fun to imagine, like, oh, she's putting the blush on. Because they'll be like, okay, I'm just going to add a little color to the apples of your cheeks. That looks good.
I don't know what they could do that would intrigue me enough. Wheels, I'm going to guess you're not an ASMR guy?
Nope. Look into the forest. There's Bigfoot.
If you got to say something, just say it.
Looks like he's real stinky.
If you need to say something, just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah. No, Kevin is like the opposite of ASMR. He's screaming.
Yeah, bring me some
his would be like,
metal screams. We're good to go.
I'm so angry.
Yeah.
I can't hold it in.
I'm beside myself right now.
Instead of punching a hole in the wall, he's like lightly tapping it.
Yeah.
Speaking of hatred, we had an interesting moment on the show over lunch. And so we're sitting in the KMOX talent office where Andrew and Wheels share an office. And, we're just doing our typical thing. And me and Rach and Andrew are hating on a former employee who we didn't like. And Kevin's very quiet. And we kind of like turn to him and he goes, oh, well, she was always really nice to me. And it was like a needle scratch.
He had a big old bucket of cold water and he just sloshed it at us.
I had to educate him that, look, we have a code here in the DGS, and one of the codes is you hate who we hate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it works. You know who was great at that? Trish Gazelle. She would hate someone you hated.
Join in the hate.
And like I told him, like there are people that Rachel hate, that I hate, and I've never met them. I just know that she hates them, and I'm like, okay, good enough. Good enough for me.
Well, Trish's default is hate. Like you have to prove why.
You got to bring her around.
Yeah, you got to prove why Trish should like you. It comes naturally for her because she's just in that state.
Yeah, Kev was all Jolly Rancher. She's always really nice to me.
I got to keep it real, man.
But he did then say, like, but I know they could be a pain to other. Like, he was validating us still.
Yeah.
That's making you feel better.
I got a couple pretty interesting people have picked up on this, what my email is, and emailing me rulings.
Oh.
And I got a couple interesting ones. Want to kind of start the show with them?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, these I find these entertaining. And so I'll paraphrase again, but this was from a woman. She didn't give her age, but she was on a second date with a guy. And she said the first date went really, pretty well. She was like, she's not expecting much from dating these days, but it went pretty well. And the second date, they went to do a few things, but first they did putt-putt.
All right.
Okay?
Mini golf, yeah.
We've all had a putt-putt date.
Absolutely.
Right?
Good chill time.
And she needed a ruling because her date brought his own putter.
Oh, buddy.
And she said, at first I thought it was going to be like a Bill Murray kind of, funny thing, but he never really referenced it. And he took the game really seriously.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Don't bring your own putter. What's wrong with you?
I guess I don't see anything wrong. What do you think, Rach?
Here we go.
I think it's more of like your boyfriend and girlfriend at that point, and it's like, hey, I just so you know, I am really into putt-putt. Like, I have no problem with it. That might be like a bit of an intense. It's a little intense for the second date.
Okay, I won't call it a red flag, but it's definitely like, okay, somebody's way too competitive about a recreational activity.
That's a great point.
Because, like, first of all, as Rach pointed out, it's the second date.
Yeah.
Who are you competing against? Like, now, if you're going to play mini golf with someone else who is a highly competitive golfer and you decide the two of you, hey, let's compete. All right. But you can still use the putters it's mini golf. You don't need your custom Ben Hogan putter to do that.
But, if you paid for it, you might as well.
Go play golf and use it. That's time and place, man.
I'm trying to think of something to compare it to.
I know.
In any of our lives.
Like, could you imagine, like, going out to a bar with friends and, like, oh, there are pool tables there and your buddy brings his own cue and you're like, really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good comp.
Now, if you're going to do something competitively, yes, have your own stuff, That's fine, but like when you're doing an entertainment thing with friends or on a date, you're just a little too serious if you're bringing your own equipment.
What if they were going bowling? And he brought his own.
I'd probably say that to me.
You're
it's
looking
a little
right at me.
Yeah, to me it's a little different because
locking eyes with
there is
the
actually
person I know with a personalized bowling ball.
I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Well, it was in our office for 10 years. So.
Yeah, it's just rolling around, threatening to crush everyone's feet.
But I don't know. I think we're maybe being a little too harsh because maybe putt-putt is considered kind of dorky. And that's where it's like you're taking this thing and you are getting nerdy about it. And that's great and good. And I want people to do. I don't think there's anything wrong with having your own putter for it. But it might be a lot to spring on a gal on the second date.
And it is, you can't be too, like if you went on a date with somebody and it's the second date and like, to use the bar pool analogy again, you start playing pool and like, you win and they get like really upset. And, or like you're starting to win and they're clearly like, even if they're trying to hide it, they're clearly like getting they're getting kind of agitated that they're losing. Like that's kind of a red flag in itself.
Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as calling any of it red flag. It's just more of a like, okay, somebody's taking it a little too seriously. I'm going to keep an eye on that.
It's a risk. You're at a risk for not getting a third date because you went like a little too dork too fast.
I think it's a red flag.
Do you?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it's still just like, what are you doing?
So what's like toxic about it to you?
I didn't say toxic.
Well, then what's a red flag?
You're just a douche. You just are. I mean, if you go playing putt-putt with anyone.
So is it more the Tommy Tryhard thing? Like, you're trying a little too hard for an entertainment thing.
I don't even think it needs to be labeled.
Okay.
You go putt-putt golfing and you bring your putter, you're a douche. I mean, like, that's just, it is what it is.
Andrew said if you have it, and maybe he got it in the past year, and he's like, yes, an opportunity to use my putter.
I would leave it in the car.
He's just constantly suggesting mini golf for every activity.
Yeah. You know what we should do? I think we should go play putt-putt.
I think we should probably play mini golf. I mean.
Well, that's the part of it that kind of bothers me more than anything else, is it just seems like, yeah, he was maybe just using her as an opportunity to use the putter.
To play putt-putt.
I mean, I get it. Like, golfer probably keeps clubs in the car, right? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure you didn't have to, like, go make a special trip to get your club. But again, just have some feel. It's supposed to be a casual, relaxed environment. We don't need our own specialized equipment.
You want to try and do the second one?
Yeah.
Here, too? Okay. This one was from a guy, like Wheeler's age, and his son, who sounds like he's just out of college, is dating a new girl, and they've only been around her a few times, and she seems to be a little on the controlling side. And they went to, he was very specific, they took them, like on a double date, to Texas Roadhouse. And when the food comes, without saying a word, without being performative, without making a joke about it, their son's new girlfriend reaches over and cuts up his steak.
Whoa.
And the son didn't react like, whoa, not in front of mom and dad. And she didn't react. And they were like squeezing each other's legs under the table, like, what's going on with this? And he was asking, if this were Nick, would you have a talk with him?
True love. Sounds like true love.
I would definitely ask. Like, what's that all about? Why is she cutting your food? Why can't you cut your food?
I don't understand
That's
what
a
the
weird
big
thing.
deal is.
Yeah, I'd be like,
okay, that's fine.
It's weird.
That's why we do this exercise.
It harkens back to the shoulder rub thing, where it's just like
it's weird though.
It's like, I guess I guess it's weird if you want to think it's weird. The cutting up of the steak, like, I don't know, like, I would never cut Kurt's steak for him. He wouldn't want me to do that.
Right.
But if he did.
If he did, but like, I could see myself like getting him a roll and putting butter on it and handing it. It's just like, hey, I made this for you. It's just like a nice thing.
Yeah, if he likes the way she cuts it and she likes cutting it.
Yeah, who cares? Let him have fun.
Sorry, it's weird.
Why is it weird? Like, this is where you have
because
to
that's
define why.
Because that's something that a grown person does for themselves.
It's something a grown person
the only
can do for themselves.
The only people that have someone else cut things up for them are children.
I don't think that's true at all.
Last time, does Megan cut your food for you?
If I asked her to, she would. She wouldn't think it was weird.
Yeah, I think she might.
Well,
I would think it was weird.
We had little pork sandwiches last night, and she cut them and put them on the bread. I don't really see what the big deal. Like, is that wrong? that she prepared them on the King's Hawaiian rolls and brought them out?
You could have done it yourself.
I could have done it myself.
When you're at a restaurant,
it's something a grown person does for themselves.
You're at a restaurant table and your food comes, and then that person just automatically cuts your food. That's weird.
But like in some cultures,
could you be like, my elbow hurts. Can you do this for me? Okay, whatever.
But like in some cultures, you like pour the drinks for each other, and I mean, this is just kind of another extension of that. It's like, I'm going to do this for you. I'm serving you in this way. This is a nice thing that we do.
Yeah, and like Korea, and I think in Japan too. Like if we all went out to like lunch together.
This was Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, we're not in Korea or Japan.
And I'm just saying, if we got like drinks, like Rachel would have to pour them for everybody.
Right.
It's like the youngest person pours it
the
for
youngest
everybody.
Woman, yes.
I get it.
And it wouldn't be like weird.
No, not in that setting. It's weird in our setting, in the world that we live in, where the culture is not that. It's not normal. You're at restaurants. Do you guys ever see adults cutting other adults' food?
You're defining this as our culture, but it's like, I don't consider that to be an important part. I don't consider cutting my own steak to be an important part of my culture.
Name the last time you saw another adult cutting the other adult's food in a restaurant.
I don't watch other people eat, Kevin. Neither do you. You can't answer that either.
You watch them eat online.
You're not sitting there. I'm not sitting there watching everyone around me cut their steaks, and neither are you. Neither of us.
So
this is just like the women in Congress thing. Neither of us can answer this question. Neither of us have the answer. So when you confront me with it, it's like, you don't know either, dude.
I do.
Well, okay, can I ask Wheels, if it's the kind of thing where it's like, well, you're an adult, you should be able to do it for yourself. So then is it weird if your wife does your laundry for you or does the dishes for you?
Yeah, you're capable.
That's a good point.
It would be weird if you demanded it.
But he's
not demanding it.
No, I understand. I understand, but when you're talking about regular stuff, you have an understanding with the person that you're with. I have to do certain things. You have to do certain things. Cutting someone's food for them is typically not one of those things, and it's weird. It's not a red flag. It's not you're a terrible person. It's a little weird. It's a little bit off. There's a reason Dave got that email, because some person was like, that seems a little odd.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not odd. I'm just saying it wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, can you believe it? I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, that's nice. They like doing that.
You know when
Have fun, guys.
You know when they win the championship, the college team does, and they grab the goalpost, rip it out of the ground, and run it into the lake and toss it into the lake. That's kind of what it's like arguing with Kevin. Suddenly it's about, well, it's weird if he's demanding of her to cut the... She's not demanding him to do anything.
The first words out of my mouth on this were, it's not a red flag, it's just weird. And you guys are all like, why is it weird? Why is it weird? I haven't seen anybody do it. Nobody I know does it. I don't do it, but it's not weird. Of course it's a little weird.
You're being very heteronormative about this, Kevin.
I agree that it's a little weird, but
what are you talking about?
This is my favorite day.
You're declaring that it's weird just because you don't do it.
You don't either.
I don't think it's weird.
Do you know a single person that has this happen? Does anybody in this room know one person that has their significant other cut their food for them at a restaurant?
I have never asked, and if I saw it, it wouldn't bother me.
I want to know why it makes him heteronormal, though.
Yeah.
Because he's saying, I don't do it. No one I know does it. Which means that it's weird. And it's like, that's not what that means.
For God's sake.
It's not weird just because you don't do it.
If I can bridge the gap a bit, I agree that it is, here's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with the cutting. I do think, it is strange. However, whatever floats your boat, I think it's maybe a little... Like, at a certain point, it's like, are you just being mean when you're doing the, squeezing hands under the table? Like, can you believe this? This is so weird. Like, is it that weird? Is it that weird that it's like, we gotta break this down later?
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
I think it is. It's not a congressional case. I just don't understand, if somebody thinks an odd behavior is odd, why is that somehow a terrible thing?
It's not. But it's
not.
also not
Odd it's also kind of mean.
Odd.
What?
And it's also kind of mean if they're doing
mean?
it.
Who cares?
If they're making fun of their son because his girlfriend cut up his steak for him one time, that's a little bit mean.
Okay, so nobody ever makes fun of anybody for anything, right? So those kids don't make fun of anybody else for anything. They're perfect.
It's mean when they do it too. I make fun of people all the time, and guess what?
Geez.
It's mean.
Oh, baby. Jeez. It's mean. What are we, 2? Don't be mean to your sister.
What did he just say, and why did it make me horny?
Oh, baby.
He's about to cut up your steak, Will. You better watch out.
Yeah.
Stay away from my food,
I'm going
man.
to show you my special putter.
Stay away from my food. And keep your putter in the trunk. Wait.
Can we please do the live? We are so late.
We're gonna be making pork sandwiches.
Don't cut them.
I don't even know what that means. Oh my God! Tell you, baby. Oh baby. It was the wettest "oh baby" I've ever heard.
I tried not to
Well,
swear.
the second wettest. Tell you guys about First Missouri Credit Union. They are super cool people. They are different than banks in that a bank is sort of like an insurance company. They kind of live to say no, right? They seem to enjoy it. And I've been with my bank for 30 years. I don't know anyone there anymore. I used to know everyone. I haven't been in 15 years. It's a bank. But the credit union is much more social. I know the people at the credit union. I can walk in and say hey to everybody down on Lee May Ferry. They pay you 4.27% interest on your checking account alone, and that's up to $100,000. So it's real investment stuff, higher than any certificate of deposit in St. Louis that I know of at any bank. They have the lowest vehicle rates. They have signature loans. They don't make stupid decisions, but they definitely put their thumb on the side of the scale to say yes to you, because with $25 in a checking account, you are an owner. 314-544-5050, the number one, stmocu.org.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
When Donald Trump needs conservative votes to help pass his agenda for Missouri, Representative Tricia Burns never answers the call. Tricia Burns has missed 370 votes. Burns is bucking President Trump's priorities. Burns did not vote to stop DEI initiatives, prevent China from owning Missouri land, defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls' sports. Tricia Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Tricia Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the suicide prevention hotline. Yes, you heard that right. Tricia Burns lied to the police and staged a fake suicide emergency. She sent a series of messages to the hotline and said she, quote, had a gun to her head, end quote. When she got caught, she said there'd be no consequences because she's a politician. By August 4th, vote to show Tricia Burns that there are consequences to being bad at your job.
Let's Go Brandon PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Chris Foss, Treasurer.
Giddy up! It's the Cardinal Cowboy. Don't let garage door problems bench your summer plans. From repairs, tune-ups, and replacements, Renner Garage Door hits a grand slam every time. Score a free repair or replacement quote today, plus $100 off a new garage door. Featuring trusted brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, Renner delivers the quality, reliability, and performance your home can count on. RennerDoorSTL.com. Forward and back.
RENNER, RENNER.
Built on a century. Focused on today. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
All right, well, we left ourselves like 40 seconds.
I got to go air out. I'm sweating from laughing.
Kyle says, that was great. I'm sweating from laughing.
Yeah, all of us.
Completely pitted out. Completely pitted out.
Well, it is also warm in here because we can't have a studio with air conditioning that functions.
Yeah, open the window.
Yeah, well, today we actually could.
Yeah.
Let the downtown St. Louis air in.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Drink it in.
We're all like,
There's nothing like it.
Drink it in, fellas. Gene says, gosh, I hate conflict.
Oh, no, we
That's
were having
not
fun.
real.
We were having fun.
That's not real.
We're fine.
If you see the stream, we're laughing.
No, people, if they just tuned in for the first time, they would think that we were insane, especially you two.
I mean, we are kind of insane. I mean, I'll cop guilty to that.
Linda is bringing up an interesting point. Cutting somebody's food is on the personal side. So that's what makes it weird. Similar maybe to someone holding a Kleenex while their partner blows his or her nose.
Somebody does that?
Or maybe like wiping
that's
someone's face for them.
We found the line.
Yeah.
You know, that okay, I could see why.
Yeah. My wife will wipe my face for me sometimes. If I've got like food on it and like I'm not seeing it or whatever, I will ask her not to, but she does it.
She does the thing where she like licks her tongue. She's like, oh, you got a little.
Kind of, yeah. And I'm like, because I don't know, it scares me when she does it.
It scares
What are you scared of?
Well, because we'll be like eating at a restaurant, and all of a sudden there's just like on my face, and I'm like, whoa.
Who is this woman?
I prefer the Biden approach. You got a bug on you?
Yeah.
You got a crumb on you.
KMOX isn't just a news station. It's where St. Louis has the conversation. The conversations happening around kitchen tables, in offices, at the ballpark, and across our neighborhoods. The things we celebrate, the things we debate, the things that matter. We're talking about you. 104.1 FM, KMOX. Join the conversation. Everyone's welcome.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
It's a pretty nice evening of weather across St. Louis, though there'll be some clouds around. Temperatures in the 70s for evening plans. Think kind of low to mid 70s. 66 for the overnight low. Friday, a mix of clouds and sunshine. There will be scattered showers and a couple of non-severe thunderstorms around, mainly in the afternoon. There could be some brief heavy downpours of rain, but again, nothing severe. 70s to near 80. Friday night, scattered showers and a couple of non-severe storms. 68. Partly sunny on Saturday. Any showers move out. 89. And it's summertime on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Can you believe politicians nearly doubled state spending since 2019? Yeah, that's twice the rate of inflation.
What do we get for all that extra spending? Nothing.
Yeah, and get this, over 200 loopholes are buried in our tax code, written by lobbyists for wealthy corporations.
Our tax code is rigged against us.
We get taxed on our paycheck, our home, everything we buy.
I guess somebody's got to pay for all that spending.
That's why we need Amendment 5. It puts politicians on a leash.
Forces them to cut taxes and control spending, whether they like it or not.
Amendment 5 closes the loopholes, eliminates income taxes, cuts property taxes, and gives $3,000 a year to average working families.
We decide, not the politicians.
Amendment 5 is the biggest tax cut in Missouri history.
I'm voting yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC. Mark Ellinger, Treasurer.
Get inside your Redbirds and the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 134. Happy Friday to everybody. That last thing that we did was so stupidly hilarious. We're going to replay that for you at 4:30, so you can come back, or you can always podcast it. In studio, we have a guest, Trent Colquitt. And guys, I know a lot of people, right? I'm a man about town. This is my guy.
Yes.
This is my guy. We go all the way back.
All the way back.
All the way back.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're like a little brother, second son to me.
Yeah.
And I'll always be thankful to you because you took good care of Nick when you guys were working together.
Shout out Nick.
Yeah. So we go way, way back.
Absolutely.
And I saw you the other day at 801, and you were telling me about your business.
Yes.
And here's the thing. I knew about this guy who had this business. I didn't know it was you. So that's really, really cool. I'm so proud of you, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So hand me one of these.
There you go. I got that one. Take that one. Yeah.
Show the stream. This is what Trent does. Custom painting sneakers. And it's really blown up lately. So, man, start at the beginning. Tell us the story.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I did some research. It's been 10 years since I've been on this show.
Really?
10 years.
Wow.
2016.
Damn.
I was here with Jeff. We were talking about Scapegoat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I pulled up the interview. It was great. But
a lot of things have happened in 10 years.
A lot of things have changed. But basically, Culture Kicks kind of started just at my kitchen table. COVID happened. Got kind of stuck there in the house. Didn't have anything to do. I've always had this love for art and sneakers. Kind of turned into a hobby. Just painting shoes. Trying to pass the time by. You know, everybody was trying to find their own thing during that time. And had a bunch of people message me on social media trying to just find out, like, oh, can I get this shoe? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I was just like, wow, like, maybe I could parlay this into something that, you know, could be sustainable. And here we are, just celebrating my 5th year this past November. So
now, talk to me about your artistic background. Like, it started as a little kid?
Yes. I was always a fan of coloring, drawing, all those kind of things. My biggest inspiration was my grandfather. When I used to go visit him over the summer, every time after work, he would go to his studio and paint. He did like the oil paintings like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Happy trees and such.
Yeah, cool.
So I was always mesmerized by that. Still have a lot of his paintings today. But, you know, I think it was just always just the imagination, the colors, the kind of just creating whatever you wanted. It was just always one of those things that is always like stuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been a sneaker guy since you were a kid?
Since inception. I
Yeah.
think I had Jordans coming out of the womb. For sure. Like, for sure.
And
like,
Kevin was asking if you're like a buy, sell, and trade kind of guy, but no.
That's an absolute no.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it. I tried during COVID because I thought it would be cool and be like the sneaker guy that flips shoes and stuff like that. And it is a cutthroat business. I mean, I've gotten like cursed out by like 14-year-olds. So like, it's
They're
not
mean too, man.
They are. It's not where I want to be in life. So I think I found my niche, and I think I'm doing it pretty well right now, and things are going really great.
I always feel like about the sneaker market, 'cause I like sneakers, but nothing like you. But when I see like the videos of people buying and selling and trading, I feel like, oh, I would so be the person with inferior knowledge. Like, you know what I mean? I'd have like the first Air Jordans ever made, and I'm like, I think they're Converse, and they'd be like, we're going to buy those.
That's funny you said that.
$10.
I actually saw a guy last week. I was grabbing a pair of shoes from somebody at Tam Ave, and a guy was asking me about my business, and he's like, yeah, I got these Jordans. They were under my bed, and I found them, and he was like, I think they're like the original Jordans from 1985. He was like, oh, from like the 90s. I was like,
no, the original's 85,
yeah. I was like, Michael's been in the league. He was in the league for a while, so I think he got some like original ones, but like not the original ones.
Yeah. So how does your business work? It is, I guess it's probably both ways. Like, do people bring you their sneakers and tell you what they want?
Correct.
Okay.
That's exactly how you basically just nailed my entire
So it's like
business plan.
tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to bring your body to get tattooed, right?
Right, yeah.
So, bring your shoes to me. It's all commission-based work. Basically, somebody goes to my website, fill out a form. They basically try to describe what they want as best as possible.
Yeah.
We do offer free 15-minute consultations for anybody that's just curious, regardless of if they commit to something or not. And basically they say like, hey, I want a green pair or whatever. And then we just kind of just go through there, do a mock-up, show them what they like. And if they agree with it, then we just go through the process. And, lead times vary depending on the time of year, things like that. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple process.
Have you caught on yet nationally with, players or celebrities?
I have. I've been very blessed. I've been able to build my portfolio up to a pretty high level. I'm not a big horn tooter, I guess is probably the best way, but I will name drop for you just a little bit because you're my boy.
Yeah.
I've done shoes for Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Adam Sandler, John Mayer. I worked with 3 NFL players last year from My Cause My Cleats, which was a really awesome foundation where they do for charities. So that was really cool. One of my pairs got featured on Good Morning Football last year, which was really awesome. It was cool to see my shoes on national TV. And most recently, I did a pair for the catcher of the Savannah Bananas, Bill Leroy. So those have been on TV a lot. So
That's
every
cool.
time I see him on TV, on ESPN or YouTube, I always point him out. He's a great guy. So he always manages to tag me and everything, and it's been pretty awesome.
How were those celebrities you just mentioned, how were they to deal with when they're coming to you?
Honestly, they're nice people. With some of the bigger names, it was mostly tour managers basically sending me a list of what they would like, and then I just kind of go off of that.
Yeah.
With some of the other people, it's direct contact. Like me and Bill did a small Zoom call. I asked him what he liked on his cleats because I did a pair for him in 2023, I believe. And for this new pair, I just wanted to do something really special for him, and we just did a quick Zoom call, talked about some things that he would like to see on his cleats. And I just kind of went from there and sent it to him. And, yeah, they're going to sold-out stadiums across the country now.
You know anyone from the Cardinals?
I don't know anybody from the Cardinals. I did just do an event. I did Black Heritage Day. I was one of the featured artists for that. So I got to go to Busch Stadium and hang out in the theme area and Budweiser patio and got to show off all my work and things like that. So it was really fun. So I got to do that a couple weeks ago. So that's my first in. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I think we can help you with that.
All right.
Yeah, I think we can make some introductions. Here's what you do.
Okay.
You do a free pair of sneakers for Andrew, and Andrew is boys with Jordan Walker, and then one thing leads to another.
I love that.
So is the pricing like based on, oh, this is real simple, this is going to be a big deal, or this is going to take me a few weeks?
So with that, I do have like a baseline price, but also it's dynamic. So I'm not going to say that I cut corners for people that I like. But sometimes the situation, the exposure is worth more than the money.
Yeah,
sometimes
that makes sense.
And I think sometimes you have to invest in those things in order to get your name out there, and it's all part of marketing. So I consider the people that wear my shoes walking billboards.
You bet.
So if I can have an opportunity where I can take care of somebody, or maybe like shave a little bit off the price to make it more comfortable for them to keep it in their budget, then why not? You know, if it garners me the exposure on the back end, then I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah. Rach, any questions before we wrap up with Trent?
No, I mean, I guess I was just going to ask. I'm really interested in like the restoration work. Like, how often are people reaching out about that? Like, I have this older pair of shoes that mean a lot to me. What's it like for you to be able to kind of bring those back to life for people?
It's actually kind of fun. That was kind of one of the things I did a lot early on, because it was like I was taking shoes from Goodwill or Mercari or some kind of like vintage old school site where I would just grab shoes that were just used, and I would just restore them first, and then I would paint them. So it was always kind of cool to take something that was kind of beat up and then turn it into something really cool, put a fresh coat of paint on it, and, you know, make it look like it just never, you know, seen a light of day. So it was pretty awesome.
And how long does a complicated pair of sneakers take you?
Probably, I've gotten pretty good at it. But I would say like a very complicated pair would probably take me close to like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some work.
That's some work.
Yeah. You have to consider you have to sandwich all the other things in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously like I am a socialite and I like to do things and have
got a life.
Yeah. You know, so I'm not necessarily a robot, but when it's time to lock in, I take care of business. So, you know, but no, it just depends on the time of year. But I've done pairs in like 3 days. I've done pairs in a day. You know, so it just depends on the time.
So give us the website, give us your Instagram, everything that people will need to see your shoes.
So everybody can follow me at Culture Kicks on all social media. That's COLTREKICKS. And that is also my website, culturekicks.com. And then I also have a secondary website. It is bigshoeenergy.com.
Love it.
That's the tagline for my business. So it's featured on all my merch and things like that. And if you go on bigshoeenergy.com and purchase an item, you will get a free cleaning kit if you put the code DGS.
Got it right there.
Right. Oh, cool.
There you go.
Nice.
Very nice.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Love you, buddy.
I love you too, brother.
Bill, you're an old politician.
Yup, sure am.
So you know the old-timers warned that someone trying to sell you a pig in a poke was a con man.
Well, sure.
Well, no offense, Tom, but your politician's Amendment 5 is a pig in a poke, compelling politicians to raise our taxes without a vote of the people. And the politician's Amendment 4 takes away our power to do anything about it. Well, let's look at what's really inside Forward 5.
Oh, don't do that.
5 hits hardest seniors and those struggling financially with new taxes on services like doctor visits, in-home care, and rent. Sales taxes could more than triple. For up to 80% of Missourians, it's a tax hike. And Amendment 4 ends majority rule, effectively ending our power to stop corrupt and out-of-control politicians.
Slick plan, huh?
No, Tom. 4 and 5 are schemes that hurt citizens and transfer our power and our money to politicians and lobbyists. That's why I'm voting no on the politicians' Amendments 4 and 5, paid for by Missourians for Fair Government.
More than 200 members of Congress are standing up for AM radio listeners. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act will keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 39179. Tell Congress to pass this critical legislation now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this. Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Listen up, everybody. You think you know who's going yard today? Well, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to prove your baseball expertise with Daily Dingers, and this is how it works. You make your pick on who's hitting a home run. If you're right, you get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a shot at extra winnings. So now, when your favorite superstar knocks it out of the park, it'll feel that much sweeter. Daily Dingers is free to play, and you can lock in a pick every day of the MLB season. That's why FanDuel is the home for home runs. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri, FanDuel.com/Missouri to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer today. This is your chance to call your shot on FanDuel, official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms, sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, bone cancer. Dr. Angela Herbie.
New pain that's persistent and unexplained, or any lump that's bigger than the size of a golf ball should raise concern and trigger someone to talk to their doctor. And if you notice a lump, this is especially true if that lump is starting to grow and change size quickly, as in over weeks.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Few minutes shy of 2 p.m. Happy Friday. Well, not a gorgeous day today, but feels gorgeous, you know.
Good temperature.
Good temperature. Really nice. That was fun.
Yeah.
It's so great to see people you've known forever. Watch them grow up, watch them become successful, especially in something like that, something artistic.
Also get to do what they like to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something you'd like to do that's fun for you, and you can turn it into a business. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Rich, you want to do something here?
Yeah.
I had to do fast food without Andrew.
Well, fast food news is great today. I
Okay,
remember I
we'll
told you in the
save that.
office I would kind of if we could only do one, I would rather do that than headlines today, quite frankly. Have you guys seen, okay, we'll talk about something kind of silly. Have you seen the trailer for this new movie called Other Mommy?
Yes.
Do you think it looks scary, Wheels?
No.
You know what's so funny about this, Rach?
But it jump scared a lot of people because
Yeah.
it's in the trailers for the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
there are a lot of people in there not necessarily expecting it, and they throw a jump scare or two into the trailer.
I don't know anything about the movie, but the title suggests it's something like the other movie that scares you so bad.
Yes, it is. It's a doppelganger situation.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
This is like an evil entity that lives in this family's house, and it looks like the mother of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And the little girl is seeing this entity, and it's like, I'm your other mommy. And she keeps saying, like, I want to come into your heart.
Yeah.
And it's creepy, and there's a huge jump scare in the trailer. I was getting scared before I even saw, because it came up in my TikTok algorithm, and I was like, I'm getting scared. And then I got away from it, thought about it for about 48 hours. Then I built up the courage to look up the trailer and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
It looks spooky. It's got Jessica Chastain.
Oh, I like that.
She's the mommy and the other mommy.
Yes. And it's people are also comparing it to Coraline, if you ever saw that movie or read that graphic novel. Because there's a character in that called the other mother.
Oh, yeah.
And she looks like her mom, but she's got a few key differences that make her not
Yeah, I
Coraline's
think
mom.
Nick and I watched that when he was too young, and I didn't really check it out the way I should have. And by the
Scare
time
the crap out of 'em.
by the time I noted, like, oh, this is very odd.
The graphic novel is way scarier than the movie.
Yeah.
Way scarier.
Okay.
It was kind of spooky though. But I was thinking, because I'm, trying to go to sleep and I'm feeling a little scared, thinking about other mommy. And then I was like, you know what? For every movie they make about a haunted house, they never make a movie about a haunted one-bedroom apartment. And
Can't
that's
think
what
of
I'm
one.
working with. So I got nothing to worry about, quite
Yeah,
frankly.
right. Where's the ghost going to hide?
I mean, if you're
Exactly.
going to
So-
haunt, you got to have places to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hide. And it's like, oh, were you going to wake up my neighbor? You're haunting me too loud.
Yeah.
They're going to go somewhere else.
There
So
are
there's
haunted
the
hotel rooms, but that's not the same thing.
silver lining in not being a homeowner.
There you go.
No ghosts.
Did
No spirits inhabiting this domain.
Did you guys see the lady on Carnival Cruise that was scratching the bottom of her foot with a fork
No.
and then returned it to her table
What?
to continue eating?
What?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. But someone was filming it, and she's sitting there. She takes her shoes off, takes the fork, scratches, really digs in there on the bottom of her feet, puts it back on the table, continues eating, and then later in the meal does it again, goes really even harder this time. So
Hopefully that was the salad fork and not the...
Carnival Cruise actually put out kind of a tongue-in-cheek, forks are for eating food and
a fork and foot message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably don't do that. Socks or no socks?
No socks.
No socks. That's, yeah.
Yeah,
not
I'm
great.
looking at her foot right now.
That's great.
She probably got some exfoliating done with that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Then
That's
what's
all I
wrong
have
with
to
people?
say about that. Yeah.
Why are you so nasty and gross? Do that in your home with your own fork. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are in public. People can see you.
Rach, would you do that thing where the fish eat the skin off your feet?
I would, but I think I would be really ebbed out the first couple seconds.
Yeah.
It would just, I would be scared they were going to hurt me, even though they've never hurt anyone in the course of doing that. It would be tough. But I think I could do it. Would you do it?
Oh, God, no.
Really?
No. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I'd rather have dead skin than the fish eat it. But then that's right in my tickle box. Like, that would be tough. I remember when this story first came out a long time ago when Tom was still on the show and we were at Union Station, and they had, remember the koi fish, Rach, over there in the little lake, and you could feed them. And I wanted Tom to put fish food between his toes and stick them in there and let the fish go after that.
Oof.
Yeah.
He declined, I guess.
We just never made it happen.
Yeah.
We're pretty lazy back in those days.
No, I actually went, I got a pedicure today, and it was my first time getting a professional pedicure in quite a while.
Yeah.
And I had lost my sea legs. So when they start getting in there and like, they're really tickling you and they're really messing with you. And when you get it done all the time, it's easy to just be able to get past it. But today I'm like, if there had been a camera on my face the whole time, you would have seen like some grimacing and a lot of overreacting.
Back in probably the late 90s, Maureen and I went to some resort. That was, that's what we did back then. And she thought it would be funny if I got a mani-pedi. And so, we're drinking and stuff. You're in Jamaica. And so I did it, and I loved it.
Of course.
And when I came back, I just started, not so much the pedi, but I started getting manicures.
Of course.
To the point that after a couple of months, she goes, you know what?
Didn't think this was going to become a key part of your personality.
Yeah, this is not ideal for me. So...
Most sellers put their home on the market and just wait to see what happens. This is Debbie Monterey. I'm with Gloria Liu, your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria, is there a better way to sell?
There is. Instead of listing your home the traditional way and hoping for the right buyer, I can get you up to 8 competitive cash offers right from the start. That means you're not guessing what your home might sell for. You're looking at the real offers and choosing the one that works the best for you. It also helps you to set the right price and create stronger demand if you decide to go to market. It gives you control, leverage, and a clear path forward before you accept just any offer. And remember, I'll guarantee to sell your home at 100% of the market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Before Before you sell your home, see what your options are. Call the one I trust, Gloria Liu, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
I'm Dr. Colleen Bosler with the Audiology Center, and I'm talking with my associate, Dr. Adam Voss. What happens to a person's brain when they ignore their hearing loss?
There is such a strong connection between the ear and the brain. Ignoring your hearing loss can cause the brain to become lazy and the speech areas in the brain to shrink. This is partially why you can hear the words, but you cannot understand them. If a hearing loss goes untreated for too long, it may cause an irreversible change in the brain. It is incredibly important to have your hearing screened at 60 or older, or sooner if you're noticing difficulty. And the sooner someone treats their hearing loss, the better and quicker their brain will adapt to hearing sound again. Studies show that those who get hearing aids, even with a mild hearing loss, are much more successful hearing aid users as compared to those that wait longer.
So call us today to get your comprehensive hearing evaluation with one of our doctors. 636-441-7470, or visit us online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Most of us are one good deal away from finally replacing that worn-out rug, fixing up the backyard, or getting the bedroom we actually want. Good news, that deal's almost here. Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
This is the Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX. The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 76 degrees. General Motors is announcing a $147 million investment in the Wentzville assembly plant. GM Senior Vice President of Global Operations, Michael Trevorrow, says this investment will do a lot, but the majority of it will go towards a 28,000 square foot expansion and modernization of their electric plant coating.
There's a warranty issue, right, to help with rust and everything. That is a very caustic process, and those assets had to continue to be upgraded and tuned in. Ours got to the point where it's time for a new one.
The expansion will not require the paint plant to shut down. The primary election for St. Charles County could shape up to be a closely contested three-way race. Will the governor weigh in?
Longtime incumbent Steve Ellman reversed on plans to retire after this term and finds himself in a primary race against former state senator Bill Eigel and former mayor of Lake St. Louis and current St. Louis County Police Lieutenant Colonel Jason Law. I asked Governor Mike Kehoe if he will make an endorsement with the election just weeks away. He gave this answer.
There's several people in that race there, and so I think they're going to work through it, and St. Charles residents, county residents will pick out the best ones they can.
I asked a second time if he would make an endorsement. Kehoe only said he would back whoever wins the race. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
From ABC News, Iran targeted American strongholds around the Persian Gulf while the U.S. bombarded Iranian military sites as the rivals showed no sign of backing away from their conflict. ABC News chief business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis says that's pushing up gasoline prices.
National average this morning, $4.09 a gallon. It has been creeping higher since this re-escalation. Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan predicts the U.S. could see $4.25 to $4.40 a gallon very soon. And it all comes back to the price of oil. Multiple routes are threatened with the price of oil about $89.37 a barrel this morning.
According to AAA, the average price in St. Louis County is $3.86. Democrats have selected South Carolina to hold the first presidential nominating contest in 2028. Missouri's first nationally recognized trauma recovery center opens today in St. Louis. Located at 4144 Lindell, Ignite Hope Trauma Recovery Center provides mental health treatment and case management to survivors of violent crime. In 1994, the ad said Do Re Mi 1 2 3 ABC will move to 30. That's when the ABC network left Channel 2 for a new home. Now ABC is on the move again. The network is leaving Sinclair-owned KDNL 30 and moving to an offshoot of Gray-owned KMOV starting September 1st. Channel 30 and ABC have had a complicated relationship. 30 stopped producing local news decades ago. KMOV will carry ABC on its companion channel 32 and produce local newscasts for it. The move displaces Matrix Midwest, the local sports network that's been on Channel 32. It's a piece of history possibly only one museum would love. Maria Casserly at City Museum says they're now the proud owners of the gear that rotated the Millennium Hotel's rooftop restaurant. What will they do with it?
I mean, it's one of those things that sometimes it doesn't present itself right away. But for this particular piece, we're thinking of probably looking at next year to installing it. Not 100% sure where it'll end up.
Casserly says when they do put it out for display, they'll likely label it because so many people have such fond memories of the restaurant. The Dow from Stifel up 177 points to 51,889. Eastbound construction on 55 and 70 is ramping up.
Well, we have additional roadwork scheduled for 55-70 drivers starting Monday at 6 a.m. through 3 p.m., and this will be Monday through Friday every weekday for the next 5 weeks. Eastbound 55-70 is going to be down to one lane from 64 to Exchange. Now, that's before you get into the construction zone that already exists between 203 and Black Lane, so be prepared for delays. Roger Brand, KMOX News.
There will be scattered showers and a couple of non-severe thunderstorms around. There could be some brief heavy downpours of rain, but again, nothing severe. 70s to near 80. Friday night, scattered showers and a couple of non-severe storms. 68. Partly sunny on Saturday. Any showers move out. 89. And it's summertime on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Cloudy sky, 76 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret with Eamon Gantner and Capriano. Before you packed your child off to college, did you get a power of attorney for them? Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com.
The choice of an attorney is an important decision and shouldn't be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Our conversation with Ricky Horton is sponsored by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Friday to everyone. Our pal Ricky Horton joins us. Hello, Rick.
Hey, Dave. How are you? What's going on?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Hey, before we talk Cardinals, I need a callback to hour number one where we had quite a heated debate. And
okay.
I need to get your call on this.
Okay.
So you're out to dinner with your son and a new girlfriend. And it's the second or third time that you've met her, and she's fine. Seems a little controlling, but she's okay. And you go to Texas Roadhouse, and your son orders a ribeye, and when they bring it, she reaches over and cuts up his steak for him.
Ooh. Ooh. And my son is capable of doing it.
He's
We're
fully
assuming.
physically capable, yes.
So the question is, what do I do and how do I react?
Yeah, like the guy who emailed me said, it weirded my wife and I out, and I kind of want to talk to my son and say, son, that was weird, what's going on, but, to each their own. And we had a heated battle here.
Oh, you had a heated battle. Am I the deciding vote or something?
Yes, you are.
This is exciting. Oh, my goodness. I would be very, let's call that the reddest of red flags. How's that? In terms of controlling. So I would be concerned about that, yes.
Ricky, we're on the same team.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say anything at the moment. Wouldn't say good. I wonder. I'm on your team. That's exciting. So I would not say anything at the Texas Roadhouse, but at some point along the line, I would be. I'd have the antenna up and I would make my thoughts known.
Okay, we had a second email.
Dave, did you come down on that one? Because it was all of us kind of going back. And did you have a take on that?
No, I never have to have takes.
Dave just lights the fire.
That's what you do.
He lights the fire and runs.
You get us in trouble. I get it. I see how this works. Yeah. You guys get in trouble. Hey, I just asked the question. It wasn't me. I see you working now, Dave.
Welcome to your first show, boys. Yeah, of course. Okay, here's the other email I got. So next spring training, you and I go out for dinner, and there's that little putt-putt right there in Jupiter. I'm like, hey, Rick, let's go play some putt-putt golf. And you have had half of a Shirley Temple, so you're kind of tanked. And and
not having a hard time imagining this yet, but go ahead.
So we get ready for hole number 1, and I say, oh, hold on a second. And I run to my car, and I pull the putter out of my golf bag to use my good putter playing putt-putt. Is that a red flag?
Oh, you're going to end up playing that round by yourself. That's what I'm saying. So by the way, I did go out to dinner with my son in LA and his girlfriend, and she did not cut his steak. So it just literally just happened. And you and I have played golf together. So these are two pretty prescient kind of questions and emails. Somebody's really onto something here, but no, you can't bring your putt. That's like bringing your own pool cue, right? And if you're in a championship or something, I mean, that's a pool stick. I mean, I'm sorry, that's too much for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Team Ricky.
It's like would you bring your own Titleist too? And I only putt Titleist. I only putt Pro V1s.
You better not let that
Forget
last
that yellow one. Forget that green and orange and yellow one. I got my Pro V1 here.
Yeah, just don't putt that one on the last hole where he eats the ball.
No, a good call.
All right, Wheels, my work here is done. You take over the baseball part.
Well, what's interesting, Rick, obviously, you guys are back home now and getting into a bit of a homestand. Yesterday was a lot. I don't really know the best way to describe it because the first inning felt like, oh, hey, we're on our way, and then it kind of just petered out.
Yeah.
And then Brandon Pfaadt figured it out, and the pitching side was not strong yesterday.
No, it really wasn't. And, McGreevy was not at his best, and he's typically very kind of steady, but he just wasn't at his best. And honestly, you could say Arizona's on a hot streak, which they are. I mean, they've come out of nowhere to all of a sudden be the third. So, some of it's that playing, the old playing the wrong team at the wrong time kind of moment. But we've still got to figure out, I know their bottom of the lineup was way better than our bottom of the lineup. But I still think the top of our lineup is still what matters most. We have to have JJ and Yvonne, who was off yesterday, and he's been, I think, playing a lot. Clearly, that's his first day off. But he and Walker and Burleson, those guys are really still going to drive the offense. Everybody else can contribute. But, we've got to get it back to getting those 6-7 runs a game, which we had when the team was winning more.
It's a fascinating thing because, the guys you mentioned, Ricky, the top 4 guys, I mean, Herrera was out, so that's just Weatherholt, Walker, Burleson, and Newt. They were 9 for 19 yesterday.
Yeah.
But many guys stranded because the guys who started the starting lineup, the 5 through 9, went 3 for 13, 3 for 17 or whatever it was. And, when this team got hot about 6 weeks ago, when Nathan Church came up and he took over in center and he was playing really well. Yep. Newt was hot when he came up for about 3 or 4 weeks. Like the lineup started to look like, okay, we can see it, but now it feels like it's kind of gone backward.
Yeah, it has for the short term, and you gotta hope that corrects itself. Honestly, I think one of the great sayings that John Rooney loves to say, and John is so obviously great at what he does, but when he uses the phrase, "You got to get the line moving," mean, that is baseball. I mean, that is, and when you get the line moving, there's not just everybody hitting in the same inning. It's one thing you get 9 hits, but if they're all spread out, maybe you don't score, but you got to get it. You got to get it in the line. You got to get it moving. You got to get hits in bunches, and you have to have some thump in the midst of that. And when you do get the line moving, that creates momentum. We lost momentum, even though we scored 2 runs in the first inning. We lost momentum at the end of that first, and I don't think we ever got it back.
Ricky, anything stand out to you about Ivan Herrera lately? Because he's still very selective, getting on base at a very high clip, not only for the season, but overall. But the power's not there, especially compared to last year. It's down almost 100 points of slug from last year. And again, this may just be the low point of the year, and he finishes strong, and the numbers look like they would. But is there anything that seems apparent to you, or is it just one of those stretches?
Well, I love Ivan Herrera. I mean, he's one of my favorite players, really, that I've ever covered. He's just likable. He's honest. He's, I mean, he really is just a special guy to be around. He was been saying, and he said it yesterday, that he wasn't tired. And I don't know a player that's going to go out and say that I am tired, but I think he has been. And he can argue with me, and that's fine. I mean, and maybe he's right and I'm wrong, but I just see a slower bat. I don't see the quick hands that I saw, when he was driving the baseball and hitting home runs. And you've got to be quick to turn on the pitch inside and hit the ball 400 feet, which he's capable of doing. And I think he'll get there. But I think it's, is he tired in that he's not getting his sleep and he's not no, it's not that.
Right.
But there's a baseball tired and there's a tired.
Right.
And I think he's a little bit baseball tired right now, in my opinion.
Is some of that readjusting to catching more? Because, he doesn't catch a lot, right? I mean, he DHs 60% of the time, but he didn't catch much at all last year.
No, he didn't. And I do think catching is part of that. And I think the fact that he literally played every single day, and you say, well, he didn't catch every day because he got the DH, but you're still mentally engaged in what's going on. You're going through all the paces of batting practice and getting ready. And so, and I will say the Cardinals, better than any team I've been around in a long time, this Cardinal team and their coaches make sure that they don't overwork guys. And, you take days off, you don't hit every day, all that. But I think, Ivan loves to hit. He loves to play. He loves to bring energy to every situation. And sometimes you just, my mom always used to say, hey, you look tired, take a nap, and I think sometimes you just need to have somebody tell you that, for goodness sakes. And we all do. And I think in a sense, that's what we're dealing with Ivan.
And the one guy that hasn't wavered, there are a few guys. I mean, Alec Burleson's been pretty consistent. Obviously, JJ's been pretty consistent, but we've seen zero wavering from Jordan Walker. Like he's as good, right? He's as good in July right now as he was at his hottest at any point earlier in the year.
I'm not sure what month it was. It was maybe 6 weeks in when he went off on that tear at the beginning, and then he had it was 0 for 10, and we're like, I mean, we didn't say that, but there was a voice out there, and he overcame that voice. But I mean, I don't hear that anymore. Nobody's saying, this 100 games is a fluke. I mean, nobody's saying that. I mean, they were wondering about 10 games being a fluke, but not 100. And he has been consistent. He looks, by the way, just looking at him, I saw clips of him doing an interview yesterday. His biceps, I mean, don't mess with that guy. He is strong. He's definitely visibly stronger. He's actually taller than he was last year, and obviously a lot better.
It's been that has been, Bernie's, we're going to talk about this tonight on Rush Hour, a little tease, because Bernie Miklas mentioned this in his video today, and I was thinking this just like last night when I was watching the game and thinking about it. I know this is not going to be appealing to a lot of fans. Nobody wants to think of it this way yet because we're still 2 months away from the end of the year, but I'm already of the opinion that this season is a success, even if there's no playoffs, even if you end up with a losing record. The fact that Jordan Walker is established as a real power guy, that J.J. Weatherholt is a star, that so many players in the system have taken big leaps and are getting closer and closer. You're starting to see, I guess this is the difference. A year ago, I'm not so sure that the path to when the team is a consistent contender was as clear. It sure looks a lot clearer right now.
it looks clearer. The team's more fun. There's more energy. There's more pieces, like young pieces that you can envision being around for a while. I mean, if your pieces that are performing are 32 and your other guys aren't, then you've got a lot of spaces, and you're like, well, I have too many things to cover. But you're talking about getting production from guys like Weatherholt and Wynn and Walker, and they're young. They're very young. All of them are McGreevy. They're all young, so you feel way better about that, I think, in this case. And it's a little bit like and I think the point is, you're pitching in a game and you're in the seventh inning. You don't want to say, hey, this was a great game no matter what I do in the eighth and the ninth. You can't think that way. And players aren't going to talk that way. And Ollie's not going to manage that way. They're going to run to the finish line no matter what that is. They just will. But we can recognize that, you throw 7 shutout innings, that's probably going to end up being looked in the long term. It looked at a pretty good start, whether you finish it or not.
All right, buddy. Welcome home. We'll see you soon.
All right. Good to chat with you guys.
History That Doesn't Suck is a legit, hard-hitting American history podcast told through entertaining stories. As we approach America's 250th anniversary, now might be the time to go back and learn how we got here. With more than 200 episodes, you can binge your way, decade by decade, defining event to defining event, from the founding into the 20th century. Join me, Professor Greg Jackson, for History That Doesn't Suck, an Odyssey podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
So let me analogize the show to your business, and this is a live for John Moriarty at E3 Wealth. And no shade to any, people who are on my show early on or producers or things like that. But I didn't know what I was doing, and they didn't know how to handle me. And so for 10 years plus, maybe, I was kind of just running my own show, literally, and doing what I thought would be good and, having success. But then as the show matured and progressed and people noticed it and it was a moneymaker, they're like, oh, we need to get you some help and producers and such. And having that help not only makes the show so much better, but makes my day-to-day life so much more enjoyable. You may be going through the same thing with your business, and if you're obviously smart, you obviously know what you're doing, you have a good, successful business, but maybe you're kind of plateaued. Maybe there's that ceiling that you just can't break through. Have a cup of coffee with John Moriarty. He's a financial planner and business coach for businesses and entrepreneurs. He has helped hundreds of businesses in your position, crack that ceiling, get over that plateau, get back to growth. Maybe you want to pass your business down to your kids. Maybe you want to put it for sale on the open market. John can help you do all those things. It's real simple. He's a very laid-back, easygoing guy. Just, love him to death. Known him for 20-plus years. Go to e3wealth.com.
It's 2:19. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
When you see this in your kitchen.
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves. Or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Registered lobbyist Mike Deering is not the kind of guy you want in the state Senate.
Did you say he was a registered lobbyist?
Sure did. When conservatives like Tricia Burns tried to pass a bill to take back the 300,000 acres in Missouri allowed to be controlled by China, lobbyist Mike Deering testified against it. When conservatives like Tricia Burns fought alongside Missouri cattlemen to require foreign beef to be labeled, lobbyist Mike Deering testified against that too. While conservatives like Tricia Burns are fighting to protect your farmland from being paved over by data centers, lobbyist Mike Deering described Google's Montgomery County hyperscale data center as a
very positive thing.
Deering also endorsed liberal Democrat Chris Koster for governor and openly mocked President Trump. Registered lobbyist Mike Deering, anti-Trump, pro-Democrat, bought out by foreign ag interest, and in love with data centers. Take down data center Deering on August 4th. Vote America First conservative warrior Tricia Burns for state senate.
Paid for by Mo Constitutional Conservative Council PAC, Scott Lady Treasurer.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
One city, one voice. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 222. Happy Friday. What do we got coming up? We have Bernie Miklasz, a little more Cardinal talk at 2:30. Alvin Reed is here at 3. George Mahey at 4. 4:30 going to replay the ridiculousness of the 1 p.m. hour. We've had strong 1 p.m. hours this week.
Pretty great. Well, earlier this week, it's all we had.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You give me 1 hour, I can fill it. I'll fill it for you. Rach, I'm intrigued by something you have on the show sheet today about whether parents should let kids be weird.
Yeah, I understand this is kind of a huge topic, but I find it very, very interesting. So I started thinking about this because there was a TikTok that ended up going viral of this woman saying, like, hey, do not let your kids be weird. If they start getting into weird hobbies or hobbies that like cool kids aren't into, you need to shut it down early and just, put them in soccer or something. Try to guide them towards more mainstream acceptable things because you don't want them to be weird. It's going to make their life harder. And then people were kind of debating that and saying, well, I mean, they're a kid. Shouldn't you let them explore their interests? Other people kind of had the perspective of, okay, sometimes when a kid gets into something weird, that can lead into maybe weirder and darker things, especially if they're just like clicking around on the internet, discovering different things. Like you can kind of go down different rabbit holes and then suddenly they're super weird. So I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting thing to mull over. Obviously, you don't want your child to be unable to relate to other people, but at what rate should you be policing their interests and trying to mold them into what you think they should be as opposed to who they actually are?
Well, as a guy whose father caught him making out with his sister's doll while he was wearing his mother's shag wig, I think I can speak on this. My mom and dad were the opposite of accepting of my weirdness. Mm-hmm. Like it was just not okay and, everything. And I can remember having the thoughts and the emotions of these people obviously think that I control this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like even at like 4 and 5 years old, I didn't understand, the way the brain works or anything like that. But I knew that the things that they didn't like were the things I did.
Did you feel like you were disappointing them?
Oh, God, yes. They told me I was.
Yeah. I mean, how did that make you feel?
Kind of can't win, don't try. Be my bedroom was my sanctuary where I could be weird and I could, play my little games and have my little guys and, create worlds. But once I walked out into the living room, I had to watch my P's and Q's. Mm-hmm. So it was, and it's still, to this day, I still have that kind of in my mind.
Mm. So what's weird is, I guess, the question, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, other than cutting other people's food for them. I'm kidding.
One you shut down immediately.
Because, that, I guess that's what I'm trying to get to is is it truly odd or is it just not something you're into or understand?
And I think that's where a lot of this big debate came from because some people were saying yep, I don't allow my kids to watch anime because that just gets you into the weirdest stuff imaginable. Well, I mean, sometimes it can lead to that. That could be like the gateway drug into weird stuff, but there are plenty of high-functioning adults contributing to a society that love anime. Like a lot of people being Andrew's age are like very into it, our age and younger.
I think people, what I've learned, I think people, and your kids are no exception, are going to be who they're going to be. You know, like if I think of Nick and Phoebe as like trees, sure, I probably could have done something to have effect on just how crooked they grow. But if they're growing, quote unquote, crooked, they're going to grow crooked. And the more you try to make them something they're not, I think the worse it is. Now, had I caught one of my kids torturing an animal,
that's,
I'm going to inject myself.
That's definitely weird.
We're going to have talks and might even see a professional.
Disturbing.
But other than that, I was pretty.
Okay, so here's a thought experiment for you.
Okay.
When I was little and I first read the Little House on the Prairie books, I've talked about this on the show before. I had like a little prairie dress and I would put it on and I would read the books. And I would do this in the privacy of my room.
Yeah.
What if I wanted to do that? Like, I'm going to put on my dress and read my book at the park. Do you think there's any sort of obligation for them to say, okay, honey, but some of the kids, they might make fun of you? Like, do you think it's up to the parent to kind of...
I do.
I think that's okay to do.
I think fair warning's fine.
Coaching is one thing. Forbidding is another.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good way to put it.
Use it as an example, Dave. A lot of people would have said, the way you described your childhood and the way it came up, did it change you? Did it make you something different? Or was it just, all right, well, I'm not going to do that around them?
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah. And guess what? You turned out just fine. I mean, you're successful. You have a great career. You do fun stuff.
He's like, I do still have the wig. I do still have the doll.
And it doesn't mean we're going to be mistake-free, okay? But I think you turned out just fine.
A grown man should never have more than one wig story.
I mean, you have friends. Because that seems to be the worry
starting to
of
feel
this
like
mom,
an intervention.
Right? Yeah.
Rachel's like, I'm going to pretend I have a topic.
Yeah, I think there's such a huge difference between like worrying that your kid is going to alienate themselves, but then there's also the parents who are like, I need my kid to be cool.
Yeah.
I need my kid to be popular and well-liked.
Here's an example. When Nick was probably 7 and he was chunky. Nick's a very, thin in shape guy now, but he was chunk. He was badunkadunk, and he wanted to be a pirate. And so we got him a pirate outfit, but what the size said on the box was not.
DEI initiatives prevent China from owning Missouri land, defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls' sports. Trisha Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Trisha Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the suicide prevention hotline. Yes, you heard that right. Trisha Burns lied to the police and staged a fake suicide emergency. She sent a series of messages to the hotline and said she, quote, had a gun to her head, end quote. When she got caught, she said there'd be no consequences because she's a politician. By August 4th, vote to show Trisha Burns that there are consequences to being bad at your job.
Let's Go Brandon PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Chris Foss, Treasurer.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
It's a pretty nice evening of weather across St. Louis, though there'll be some clouds around. Temperatures in the 70s for evening plans. Think kind of low to mid 70s. 66 for the overnight low. Friday, a mix of clouds and sunshine. There will be scattered showers and a couple of non-severe thunderstorms around, mainly in the afternoon. There could be some brief heavy downpours of rain, but again, nothing severe. 70s to near 80. Friday night, scattered showers and a couple of non-severe storms. 68. Partly sunny on Saturday. Any showers move out. 89. And it's summertime on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door Summer Tune-Up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. Can you believe politicians nearly doubled state spending since 2019? Yeah, that's twice the rate of inflation.
What do we get for all that extra spending? Nothing.
Yeah, and get this, over 200 loopholes are buried in our tax code, written by lobbyists for wealthy corporations.
Our tax code is rigged against us.
We get taxed on our paycheck, our home, everything we buy.
I guess somebody's got to pay for all that spending.
That's why we need Amendment 5. It puts politicians on a leash.
Forces them to cut taxes and control spending, whether they like it or not.
Amendment 5 closes the loopholes, eliminates income taxes, cuts property taxes, and gives $3,000 a year to average working families.
We decide, not the politicians.
Amendment 5 is the biggest tax cut in Missouri history.
I'm voting yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC. Mark Ellinger, Treasurer.
All right, guys, Kevin Wheeler here, and I love being able to tell you guys about Game Day Men's Health, and you can find them at GameDayMen'sHealth.com because it's easy to talk about something that works for you, right? Game Day Men's Health has done exactly what they said they would for me. So I went in for initial consultation about a year ago. That's my introduction to it. It took less than an hour. The blood test included the blood test and getting the results back and all of that because they can do all of that right there on site. And through that work, I found out why I was dragging, right? Why recovery from workouts was tough, why energy would sag. It was because my testosterone levels went down. That happens as you get older. It's not unusual. In fact, it's totally normal, but it doesn't have to stay that way. That's why you have testosterone replacement therapy to kind of get you back to where you were. Ever since that started, I feel better every day. Workouts are easier to get through. Recovery is easier to get through. It changes how you feel because you feel like you're a decade younger. At least in my case, you do. Maybe your results will vary, but for me, I feel like I did when I was 40, and I'm in my mid-50s now. And it's because my body is working that way. Now, maybe that's the perfect fit for you, but understand this. Even if you're on TRT like I am, it won't be the same as mine. Everything with Game Day Men's Health is customized. Everything is individualized. It's based on your blood test, on your body, on how it's working for you. And that's how they stay. They kind of fine-tune it as they go along to make sure that you're getting the results that you want and, make sure that it's tailored to you. So that's true whether it's TRT, peptides, ED treatments. If you're looking at medical weight loss, they have great options there, too. In all cases, they have their own pharmacies, so you're getting great prices. Everything is overseen by board-certified medical professionals. There's none of this is like, well, here you go. Here's your 3-month supply. See you in 90 days. It's not like that. It's constantly managed and, again, tailored to you. Do yourself a favor. Check it out at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Make your appointment. Get in there. And while you're there, just remember to drop my name. Say, Kevin Wheeler sent me in. They'll give you $50 off your first purchase. You'll get a free vitamin B12 shot right there on the spot as well. And all you need to do to get back to the top of your game is visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. The trade deadline is fast approaching, and Cardinals news could break at any moment. Will they buy? Will they sell? Every move shapes the future. Stay with KMOX Sports for breaking news, trade rumors, and expert analysis. KMOX is where you hear from the people making it.
There are things that pop up within a couple hours of the deadline that didn't seem to be at all possible.
On air, on X, at KMOX Sports, the voice of your Cardinals. KMOX. Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX. Bernie Miklasz on KMOX is sponsored by Salika Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Friday, 2:36. Bernie Miklasz joins us. Hey, Bern.
Happy Friday to everyone. How we doing?
Doing okay, man. Doing okay. Weird week for DGS because Wednesday we had a 1-hour show. Yesterday we had a 2-hour show. So this just feels like hell. It's like 4 hours. What are you kidding me? 4 hours?
Listen, Dave, just some advice from your friend here. You know, Wheeler would not only talk for like 10 straight hours, but he would probably knock you on your tush and grab the mic so he could speak for 10 straight hours. That's my guy, Wheeler.
I am painfully familiar.
I did an extra 40 minutes today already, too, with Annie.
Listen, as if I should talk, Mr.
We are brothers from another mother.
Exactly.
I have a quick controversy I could bring up that's not sports related, but it's St. Louis related.
Let's hear it.
This morning, Michael Kelly from Hancock and Kelly was co-hosting with Amy, and they were doing a list of St. Louis things, and they brought up pork steaks. And Michael Kelly said, I hate pork steaks. They're terrible. They're tough. They pull your teeth out to eat them. They're useless.
I'm on Team Michael Kelly.
Wow.
I had never heard of a pork steak till I got here, first of all. So I never had one, and I've had some, and they're not all bad. But in general, I would pass.
They're only going to be tough and get stuck in your teeth and whatnot if you're not cooking them long enough.
Right.
You can get pork steaks like extremely soft.
Can't cook them like a steak.
That's right.
Right.
That's my experience.
I love pork steak.
It's really about the cut of the pork steak and also how it's prepared.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I mean, you know, we've all been to maybe friends or families or somebody's cookouts where, you know, it's true. I mean, a lot of the times it's overcooked, it's overdone. It is rubbery. There's you know, there's the cut of it's really poor because there's gristle all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that much fun. In fact, it's not fun to eat those kind. You need to take like a saw. You need like a power saw to cut it. But anyway, if they're done the proper way, they're wonderful, man. They're tender, they're delicious, they've got great flavor.
You gotta sear it, you gotta smoke it, then you gotta finish it in the old crock pot.
That's a good technique too. That really is. I'm not just saying this because you're the host of the Dave Glover Show. That's a good technique.
So, Bern, I know you did a video, and we were just talking to Ricky Horton about this in the last hour, that regardless, I mean, not literally regardless because we never won another game, but, you know, within reason, regardless of what happens between now and the end of the season, we already have so much to be happy, thankful, and hopeful about.
Yeah, and I'm probably unduly influenced by people that seem to be obsessed with whether they get the wild card and using the wild card as the barometer for whether it's a successful season or not, which, you know, frankly, they're missing the entire point of the season. Now, listen, if this club could somehow wrestle the number 3 wild card spot, that'd be great. It would be a bonus. I'd be very happy. I'm pulling for them. But if they don't get there, it doesn't change what the objective was for the season. The objective for the season was never to do everything you could to put the best team on the field, to have the best roster you can, to say, well, let's hold off on the future. You know, we have a little opportunity now. It was never about that. This is the youngest team in baseball, average age 26.6 years. The actual money they're paying their 26-man roster this year is $44 million, which ranks 29th. And we all knew going in that this was going to be one of those seasons, like a learning season, a discovery season, a cut down season, who's going to be good enough to go forward, who's not. And they weren't going to panic if things went bad for a while. They had some rough stretches. Everybody's going to remain calm because there's a much larger picture here. And I'm one who very much believes in what they're doing for the future. And as I said at the end of my video, if they don't look, I think it'd be fantastic if they win the wild card, but that's not how I judge this season.
Yeah.
If they win the wild card or they get into the wild card, that's great. If they don't, I'm not going to lose any sleep whatsoever because my head will be down and I will be sleeping peacefully because I'll be dreaming about pennants and World Series. I don't care about your wild card, So I don't understand the obsession over this because the Cardinals have come such a long way under Chaim Bloom in terms of the talent that has been brought into this organization, the enrichment of the farm system, the fact that their player development system, the people down there, they know what they're doing. The Cardinals are in so much better shape for the future that, to me, the fact that they're even contention for a wild card only adds to that. And any way you slice it, this is going to be a successful season, period. Because most teams that do this, they blow everything up, right? They knock the house down, they tear everything down, and it's like, well, it's going to take 5 or 6 years. No, Chaim Bloom said, no, we don't have to do that. We can be competitive. We're not going to take our eye off the future, but we can be competitive. We're going to try to be competitive. So I give him credit for that. And that's why this season will be a success because the number one priority is being taken care of. But the bonus aspect of this, the team has actually been competitive. It's been solid. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a nice addition to what the main part of the story is.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing like coming out of the last few years was who are your stars, right? Who are your stars? Well, you've got two right now. Two guys that have emerged at the star level, and that's not even counting your good young players like Burleson and Ivan Herrera. Now, young is relative, but they're still in their 20s, in their getting to their later 20s, at least in Burleson's case, but still controllable beyond the next couple of years. And then you look at the farm system and you see your top three pitching prospects throw 100 miles an hour. They're all the kind of modern pitchers that we haven't seen this organization develop. And that's not even counting Quinn Matthews, who gets a lot of swing and miss, just not with 100 miles an hour. You see young power bats emerging, Baez continuing what he did last year in his breakout. Rainiel Rodriguez is a 19-year-old crushing Double-A. You just see the hope is restored, I guess is probably the easiest way to look at it. A calendar year ago, Jordan Walker wasn't a factor. J.J. Weatherall hadn't gotten here yet. And you're like, where are the stars? Who do you build around? And I think now you see that path.
There's no doubt about it. And I said it in something I wrote also in a video, and I really mean this. I first, from a media standpoint, writing about Cardinals baseball in 1985. I was helping Rick Hummel out. Continuously, I've been writing about the Cardinals since 1989, writing and talking. I look at any list you want to look at, Baseball America, wherever, and I look at the top prospects the Cardinals have, and it is amazing to me when I did this earlier this week. I looked at like 16 of the Cardinals' top prospects, are pitchers. 16, including 5 of their top 8, 11 of their first 20, 8 of their first 14, more than half of their top 25 prospects. In all, 16 of their 30 top prospects are pitchers. There has never, and I mean never, been this abundance of young pitching down on the farm, young pitching that's got talent.
Yeah.
It has never been this good. And I go back to 1989 with the experience, I think, to make that judgment. It's never been this system this enriched with young pitching that's got talent.
And the kind of talent that plays now, right? It plays in the modern era where you got to have some swing and miss. And that's, if you look at this team, Bernie, the pitching staff specifically on the rotation side, there's a lot of good traits there. A lot of strike throwers, guys that are pretty efficient, like some upside too, but not a lot of bat missers. Well, if you keep a couple of those guys and then add some bat missers to it, now you're starting to round out the repertoire of the staff. And as soon as we can figure out a way to get them hitting a little bit better at home, which again hurts the opponent too, right? It's a level playing field. It's not like it's only their offense that's affected, but still figuring that out would be nice.
Well, I've been writing and talking about this literally for like 2 or 3 months. And so I've been trying to figure this out. They're really, I don't know that there's a solution, but I do wonder that, it's funny because I was just tapping something out about this. The Cardinals pitchers are very much protected by Busch Stadium.
Yep.
So this thing works both ways. But the one thing that I discovered, like looking at it closer today, is that the Cardinals, like for example, since May 1st, they're last in the major leagues in home runs. And then, I looked at the season and I looked at like their split, the hitters between home runs at Busch Stadium, home runs on the road. And there's a gap, but there's not as big as a gap as it seems. So my point is, I think the Cardinals, I'm surprised they're not hitting more home runs on the road,
Right.
And to me, it speaks to the lack of power at the major league level. It isn't the home ballpark, Busch Stadium kills power. It suppresses power. But even beyond that, they don't have enough power. They have some power on the way, but you know how that is.
Yep.
There's still a lot of swing and miss with these kids. So this is really going to be a problem, or it's going to be an issue they're going to have to solve. It really is.
Bern, tell us about Saliga before we let you go for the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Saliga Heating and Cooling's been taking great care of us, the Mickleses, for, moving in on 20 years now. And whenever we've had an emergency or just a problem or just a concern, we don't freak out. We don't panic. We don't get mad. We don't sweat. It was just like, well, maybe we sweat if the AC ain't working, but we know that we're okay because Saliga's on the way. And that's a beautiful thing because it provides comfort and peace of mind. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Now, something as important as heating and cooling, depending on the time of the year, you want to have that feeling where everything is going to be all right because you can trust Saliga Heating and Cooling 100%. They've been around 100 years, the same family. The integrity is beyond reproach. Their knowledge, their professionalism, the way they treat you with respect, and there's no fast talking, trying to rush into anything. They'll answer every question you have. They'll explain everything at length. It's a really great family business that has distinguished itself literally 100 years. So Dan Saliga is keeping up the family flame there. So if you want to find out everything that they can do for you, I'm telling you to trust them and give them a chance. Just go to the site. You get the phone number, the list of services. Just go to SaligaHeatingandCooling.com.
Bill, you're an old politician.
Yup, sure am.
So you know the old timers warned that someone trying to sell you a pig in a poke was a con man.
Well, sure.
Well, no offense, Tom, but your Politicians Amendment 5 is a pig in a poke, helping politicians to raise our taxes without a vote of the people. And the Politicians Amendment 4 takes away our power to do anything about it. Well, let's look at what's really inside Ford 5.
Oh, don't do that.
5 hits hardest seniors and those struggling financially with new taxes on services like doctor visits, in-home care, and rent. Sales taxes could more than triple. For up to 80% of Missourians, it's a tax hike. And Amendment 4 ends majority rule, effectively ending our power to stop corrupt and out-of-control politicians.
Slick plan, huh?
No, Tom. 4 and 5 are schemes that hurt citizens and transfer our power and our money to politicians and lobbyists. That's why I'm voting no on the Politicians Amendments 4 and 5, paid for by Missourians for fair government.
It's 2:49. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Hey guys, it's Glover. If you or someone you care about has been injured in a crash, make one call first to Cantor Injury Law. Mark Cantor has been helping injured Missourians for more than 30 years, and his team is ready to help you too. Call 314-628-9999 or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com. Injured, you can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 251. Alvin Reed joins us at the top of the hour. Andrew, so you took over responsibility for a friend?
I didn't take over responsibilities. I was granted responsibilities.
Okay.
But it's making me crazy.
Okay.
So has anybody heard of Discord?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what it is, though.
So Discord, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a drink. Nobody make fun of me.
That's fine. I surprised you.
Okay, that was a long drink. You guys can make fun of me for that if you want. It was longer than I thought it was going to. I'm thirsty. I'm a little thirsty Marco over here. You guys remember when Trump called him that? All right.
Yes, we do.
I think I'm good now. Not stalling or anything. So I took over as a Discord mod, which means that I have control, sort of like it's sort of like what Discord is it's a social media app that's sort of like a chat room that you can make specific to a thing, like a business or a friend group or, a community of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took over as a mod because in my friend's Discord channel, people keep trying to sell stuff, but they have this problem with like bots, like AI, fake people trying to scam. This is a huge problem across like all social media essentially right now, is fake people trying to scam with like fake, product collectibles, Pokemon cards, whatever it could be. And it has driven me crazy because there's also people who are not AI bots who are trying to sell. So now every time somebody pops up in there, because I offered, I was like, let me handle this. I know you guys don't want to deal with it. Let me handle it. I'll try and keep it clear of the riffraff. And I can't tell who's AI and who's not. And that's the core of it. The core of it is that everybody who pops up, I'm trying to determine like who is a fake AI scammer and who isn't. When they post the pictures, what pictures are fake AI and what pictures are real. I can't determine. It's making me nuts.
Point of parliamentary procedure. Mm-hmm. Did your friend go to the Ozarks and he took over, or was he like, I can't do this, and you're like, let me handle this?
He just doesn't want to. He didn't feel like messing with it, and I was like, I'll do it, because I you guys know I crave power. You guys know I crave.
Yeah, duh.
Can you make it to where like you just make it a rule that you have to like submit proof of life before you try to list something?
Well, that's the thing. So you can, like, a lot of times, you guys know, like, Dave, you've been on eBay enough. If somebody sells something, a lot of times they'll put, like, today's date or whatever next to it. It's not hard to come up with something like that with AI. Like, it's not hard to ask.
No, I mean, like, they would have to message you and, like, prove to you first.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of, I'm sorry if people are out there confused if you're like not as online as we are, but there's a lot of subreddits you're not allowed to post until you have conversed with the moderators in some way and like proved that you're not a bot or a crazy person or something.
That is a very good idea. It's a very good idea. It's a lot more work.
Well, it may
mostly
be,
I don't want the work. I just want the power.
So you don't want the power that much, right?
Maybe it won't be that much work because obviously if you're not a real person, they're not going to pursue a real conversation.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, it would definitely, that would be a way to filter out. Because I think most of the people are real. But there are a couple really obvious ones where it's like, and then there's other ones where it's just like, this just feels a little shady. I don't know. I would also like to kick people out who aren't local.
Well, can you make it a private group and then just accept people on a case-by-case basis?
I would prefer not to do that just because it's like a business community,
What are they selling?
It's my friends who run Fortuna, the card store.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have the Discord for like the community of people who go to the store. If you want to ask questions about the store or products or something, you can ask it in there. So I don't want to like shut it down and make it, inaccessible. But it's hard to figure out these days who is and isn't a real person. It's weird.
They got to send you credit card, social security, driver's license.
Picture of them on a toilet.
$15 payment.
Hey there, baseball fans. You got a feeling about who's going to hit a home run today? Well, don't just sit on it. FanDuel wants you to call your shot with daily dingers, and all you have to do is make your pick on who's going to hit a home run, and if you're right, you're going to get a free profit boost to use on your next bet for a shot at bigger winnings. So now, when your favorite slugger hits that walk-off, you're going to feel like a winner, too. Daily Dingers on FanDuel, free to play, and if you can lock in a pick every day of the MLB season, you might as well do it. FanDuel is the home for home runs. Check out Daily Dingers at FanDuel.com/Missouri. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Big hits can mean bigger winnings on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tell you guys about Dr. Corey Solman, orthopedic surgeon. He's a Midwest orthopedic and spine specialist in Chesterfield, out there on North Outer 40 Road. Two things, and this is the best I can do. Two things. Corey is a great guy, one of my favorite people in the world. He is normal. He is humble. He's just a good person. He'll make you laugh. Why is that important? Because if it's you or your 12-year-old little soccer player that ripped their knee up, you're going to feel good about talking to him. He's going to make you feel confident in the surgery or the physical therapy, whatever it is. Secondly, if you do need surgery, ask your doctor. Google him. There's no one better in St. Louis to do your surgery. He's absolutely fantastic. 636-231-5881 or Solman, S-O-L-M-A-N, SolmanOrthopedics.com.
We've been here 30 years, 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 76 degrees. General Motors making a significant investment in the Wentzville plant. $157 million go towards expanding the plant by about 28,000 square feet to improve the paint department. Michael Trevorrow, Senior VP of Global Operations for GM.
We don't do them lightly. It's $157 million. So you do that in places that you probably see some kind of extension.
Mike Booth, VP of the United Auto Workers, says this is a promising sign for the future of the plant.
Companies don't invest in locations just to close them down.
The project is receiving some incentives from the Missouri Works Auto Manufacturing Program, according to Governor Kehoe, but he could not provide an exact dollar amount. The Republican primary race for St. Charles County Executive features incumbent Steve Ellman and challengers Bill Eigel and Jason Law. Will Governor Mike Kehoe make an endorsement? KMOX's Sean Malone pressed him for an answer.
Governor, we're in St. Charles County now. Do you plan to make any endorsements in the St. Charles County Executive Republican primary?
There's several people in that race there, and so I think they're going to work through it, and St. Charles residents, county residents will pick out the best ones they can.
But you're not going to make an endorsement?
I'm going to back whoever the winner is a week from Tuesday and be proud to be with that person.
The primary election is August 4th. This just in, Venezuela announces it will withdraw from the International Criminal Court hours after the chief prosecutor is ousted. LeBron James is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers, says, I am so excited to energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time. CBS NFL analyst and former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo has been arrested on suspicion of operating a vehicle while under the influence in Milwaukee County. This just in, Paramount agrees with a judge to delay its acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery until June of 2027. St. Louis is getting a new ABC affiliate. It's 2 channels up.
ABC 30 in St. Louis. Live from the newsroom.
Starting September 1st, ABC is leaving Sinclair-owned KDNL Channel 30, which has carried the network since it left Channel 2 in 1994. It's moving to KMOV's companion channel 32. That's up till now been Matrix Midwest, the local sports channel. Gray-owned KMOV will staff the new ABC station with its own news team. KDNL was the only ABC affiliate in a top 25 market without any local news operation. A wildlife sanctuary in Florida is bringing some of its animals to Grants Farm this weekend. Educators with the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary are presenting 7 shows a day starting today through Sunday near the Barn Hall in Grants Farm. CEO of the sanctuary, Amy Kite, says the shows feature some animals you may see in your backyard and some that you won't, like a sandhill crane.
So we've got owls, we've got a baby alligator with us, we've got a box turtle, Virginia opossum, falcons, a hawk. So all sorts of fun things to see that you don't normally see here at Grants Farm.
They've also set up an educational exhibit at the farm that includes information on animal migration patterns. Let's get an update now. The St. Louis Business Index. We take you to Stifel. Happy Friday to Scott Bedell.
Happy Friday, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. The major stock indexes turned in a mixed result to end the week. At the 3 p.m. close, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had gained 234 points, or just about 0.5%, at 51,946. The Standard & Poor's 500 unchanged at 7,411, while NASDAQ lost 0.2% to finish at 24,975. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index had a positive day, gaining just about 0.75% at 1,721. Helping that index to move higher, Anheuser-Busch up 1.5% to $81.66. Stifel Financial added also 1.5% at $80.82. Amdocs gained 2.5% to finish at $52.10. On the downside, Centene lost 0.5% at $63.39, while Peabody Energy fell 4.25% to finish at $22.80. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. I will be back with you again Monday afternoon. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
We've got some debris on 6440 going westbound at Route K. That's been in the right 2 lanes. Also a crash on 6440 going west at Big Bend. That is in the right lane.
Well, we have additional restrictions coming Monday for drivers in Illinois. I'm Roger Brand. Eastbound 5570, you know, we already have a construction zone eastbound from 203 to Black Lane. Well, starting Monday morning at 6 a.m., they're going to have restrictions where it's down to 1 lane eastbound 5570 from 64 to Exchange before you get to 203. That'll be every weekday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the next 5 weeks.
A mix of clouds and sunshine with scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Nothing severe, though there could be some heavy downpours of rain from time to time. 70s to near 80 degrees. Kind of cool for this time of year. Friday night, scattered showers, a couple of non-severe thunderstorms, 68. The weekend, Saturday, could be a leftover scattered shower first thing in the morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and 89, definitely more humid on Saturday. 73, partly cloudy Saturday night. Sunday, sunny, hot and humid. 96 Sunday afternoon, and I think we're close to 100 come Monday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Cloudy sky at the moment, 76 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS. Happy Friday. A few minutes past 3 p.m. Alvin Reed is here, our Friday guy. Good to see you, man.
What's up, man?
Not too much.
You guys know what's up. Who's at Enterprise tonight? Anybody? I don't know. Big buses, and then one rolled in right kind of like before me, and with the...
That's just me.
It says Brian Adams.
I didn't even know how to respond. Who was it? I'm sorry.
Brian Adams.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just started to say,
and
I
Pat
don't,
Benatar, right?
Like, I don't know who it is, but I'm sure it's someone I don't know. But I know those guys.
Yeah.
So
and Pat Benatar. That's okay. All right.
Brian Adams. So in my band forever, we've been playing Summer '69 because people get drunk and they love it.
Yeah.
And so Brian Adams has always been a little bit of like a guilty pleasure for me.
Okay.
But when you like watch a concert, that mofo has had like a gazillion hits.
Oh,
you know all the songs.
Right. What? I Need Somebody.
You know, he's got them all,
right,
man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Kind of from the when they still made music videos.
Yeah.
He was part of that.
Yeah.
I was never a big Pat Benatar fan. I know people love her. So once again, that's a me thing, not a her thing. You know,
I'm a bigger fan of her husband, Neil Girardo.
Okay.
He's the guy. He was the studio guitarist. And my favorite story is when Rick Springfield came in, he had Jesse's Girl. And they're like, this is a great song. We're going to record this song. He's like, okay, here's how it goes. They're like, you're not going to play on it. And they brought in Neil Girardo, and he did Jesse's Girl. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So,
fun.
Yeah.
God, I want to bring up those topics with Elvin. We've already done it a couple times, and I have
I mean, you know what, Dave? It's your show.
I'll
It's
go
Friday.
fast.
I think Alvin will have a good take.
I'll
Just
give
do
you
it.
like 20-second answers on whatever it is.
Okay.
All right.
Got a couple email from listeners. And they've been asking me advice because I'm a pretty smart guy.
All right.
And so, okay, we'll do the steak one.
All right. Okay.
A guy about Wheeler's age.
All right.
Emailed me and said, my 25-year-old son has a new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She's okay. She's a little controlling.
Yeah.
Like our third time ever with her, we went to Texas Roadhouse. They brought out my son's ribeye. And immediately, without saying anything, his girlfriend starts cutting up his steak into little pieces so he could eat it.
Okay.
And he said, I was weirded out. My wife was weirded out. If this were Nick, would you say something to him?
Yes. Yes. To the point. I probably would say something at the table. Hey, sweetie, he can cut his, right. Hey, sweetheart, he can cut his own meat up. You know, I probably would have said something like that. Now, I think because my daughters would understand that I was half joking and half serious at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. You know, what's going on here? Right. You know, we're grown folks. So, yes, I would have said something.
So there seems to be a generational divide on this topic. Because all of us older than like 50 are like, this is weird.
Yeah, Andrew called Wheeler heteronormal.
And I'm not saying this as a knock. I'm saying that this seems to be a very clear difference in how we see things.
Okay, and I could see that. To me, that was no-brainer. I would say something.
Okay, we'll do the other one then.
Okay, all right.
A young woman reached out to me, said that she was on her second date with a young man.
Okay.
Different couple.
All right.
And they decided to go play putt-putt.
All right.
And he went to his car and got his putter out, a special real golf putter, and used that playing putt-putt. and she was wondering if that would be a red flag.
It's over. It's over. It's over. You don't need no third date.
We were pretty unanimous on this one, right? Like the whole group, we all were like, yeah.
I think that's something you bust out deep into the relationship.
Yeah.
That's when you you have her locked down.
Yes.
Then you say, by the way, I'm super into Green Eagle.
Yes.
It wouldn't be weird if it's like, yeah, we've been going out for a year and we're familiar with each other, and you just like, but the second date, that's a lot,
right? And she knows I golf and I like to golf, and so like, hey, I'm gonna, like whatever. I thought you were gonna say like, and he beat her, like and was he supposed to lose? And I would have said, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But that being said, if he would have got his putter, young lady, there you go.
Okay.
I know there's the obvious sides, there's the not obvious sides. I count that as obvious sign that you could do better.
Okay.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. Told you I'd be short.
I have a brand new one. It's not an email.
Okay.
Not an email, but I saw this last night and it made me think about it. What is a food that you would judge someone that you're having a meal with if they ate it with a fork?
Okay, now this is kind of tough because a lot of things people do not eat with forks that I will get after with a knife and a fork. Okay. So I'd have to think on this one.
Pizza?
Well,
no, that's a good knife and fork.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was the first one came to mind.
Yeah.
Not all pizza depends on but yes, because sometimes it's just better.
Yep.
I have never taken a knife and fork to a pizza.
Really?
No.
You're missing out.
Right.
No.
But if you get a little like fork-sized piece, man, it's fantastic. Don't burn the roof of your
Andrew,
mouth.
join in this one.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
Can I hear it one final time?
Oh, boy.
I have one that I was ridiculed for some 20 years ago. I was at a basketball game in high school, and I got the nachos, and it was like the standard school nachos. They're very messy.
They are very.
I just went at it with a knife and fork, and this guy, a class above me, was like, "I've never seen anyone do that before." Like so judgmental and nasty. I was like, "Mind your own business. Why do you care?"
The nachos?
It still bothers me now. I'm like, what was his problem?
I know. You seem to carry that one with you over the years.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I get
I'm over
that,
it.
though. I'm on Team Rach there. That's a little bit much.
Hey, you sure? Rach, you sure you over there?
I used to get big trouble for the. I've been I used to hide the eating a pizza with a knife and fork. I used to try and hide it, and then I was like, you know what? Come after me.
Yeah.
I can take it.
Yeah.
I can handle
Bring it.
I prefer to eat it with a knife and fork.
Now, Andrew does one thing with utensils that does puzzle me, and that is he eats the dry cereal with a spoon.
Yeah, because you could just do that with your hand.
Or just like pour it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So there are two things. I am not terribly, not like paranoidly, but I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. And so I don't like the idea of grabbing like a handful of cereal and stuffing it in my mouth and getting all my stupid hand germs and my stupid mouth germs mixing. And the other thing is that it is sticky. It gets sticky.
Well, like
it gets sticky on your
depend
hand.
on the cereal.
Yeah, like Raisin Bran or something like that. But
I ain't eating Raisin Bran.
Well, I'm just
I'm eating
saying,
Honey Nut Cheerios, which they say are good for you and are horrible for you. And so your hands get like sticky if you're always just like, you know what I mean?
How about French fries?
With a hand, yeah. I'll eat
That's
fries.
I've done them with the forks, though, if you have the loaded ones, like
Yeah,
the
like a
cheese and
cheesy
chili
fry.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
You know what I
or
was
if
gonna
I'm
say?
dipping.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is chili dogs, and chili dogs are good if you slice
Yeah.
the pieces
That's
up.
the only way to eat that.
Yeah, thank you.
Unless
Right.
you want to wear it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you can't eat a Steve's. You can't eat a Steve's hot dog just like as a hot dog.
Oh,
It's
good luck.
It's a knife and fork thing because they've got all the toppings piled on it.
Yeah. So just a simple chili dog.
I would say like just the typical category of sandwich is a weird thing to knife and fork, but I've done it.
Yeah,
Because there are some sandwiches, it's like, it's pretty messy.
Dave's face is absolutely inscrutable right now.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot tell what you're
He's just
thinking.
trying to think of his next thought experiment for us. 'Cause he's
Right
on a
now,
roll.
I feel like someone in Ghana with Jim Jones when they brought the Kool-Aid out. And I'm like, did I miss a meaning?
I'm missing. What is this about?
I don't understand.
Okay,
Chicken wings.
No, chicken wings. The wing out. That's
How do you do that with a
that's
knife and
mouth
fork?
to hand. Other chicken parts, maybe not the leg, but yeah, I would kind of work on that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, you're at home. You're just there by yourself. You're making a sandwich. Make a ham and cheese sandwich, okay? Do you diagonal cut? Do you horizontal cut? Do you cut it at all?
I'm a cutter.
Okay.
Makes me feel fancy.
All right.
And I can go both ways, but diagonal makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm a straight across.
All right.
I like the diagonal, especially if I'm going to be dipping the sandwich into something.
Okay. It depends on how it just happens that day.
Yeah.
Right. Do you ever cut it into quarters?
No.
I do. That
Too
way
much work.
I feel like I'm at a country club when I do that.
Do you cut off the crust too?
No.
Quarters is interesting. Do you go like X, like diagonal?
No,
then
I
diagonal?
do four square.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I don't do the. Yeah, and even that would be fancier.
Hot
But
take.
I will do the quarters.
Sandwiches on regular old slices of bread, overrated.
No, not at all.
Rolls.
No.
Sandwich rolls.
No.
I love those.
Not everybody has
Hawaiian
rolls,
rolls.
money.
No.
Hawaiian rolls.
This is when he reveals himself truly.
Yes.
He's an elitist.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an elitist.
Unless you're taking the regular one and you're grilling it.
If this were like the 1700s, you would be such a dandy.
You guys would be like, he's a witch.
No. You're all big and strong, but you'd have like one of those handkerchiefs with perfume on it. And
Hey, that's why you lift so nobody gives you crap about anything.
Okay, I no. Regular bread is fine.
It's fine. It's
preferable.
just better with sandwich rolls.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I disagree. It's just too much bread.
I think one of the only ways to mess up a hamburger, for example, is to put it on a stupid roll.
I agree.
Like just give me bunny bread buns. Give me white bread. I don't
Pretzel
care.
bun, buddy.
Half the time growing up,
Pretzel
it was
bun?
on
White bread.
Well,
white bread.
Pretzel bun, come on.
I will kind of take Kevin's side on the burger thing because on like pretzel buns, I think are a little done. They had their moment,
But
but
they're
like
elite.
like an onion bun, or like a potato roll.
Yeah,
that's a good way. That's a good way to have it.
Yeah, you're talking now.
I have to disagree with you on that one too. I'm regular bun or just regular bread.
Yeah.
It doesn't need you. It's a hamburger. So
I know.
You might take
Just
it
soup it
somewhere-
up.
You just take it to some place that I don't think the hamburger really wants to go.
That burger wants to go wherever it wants to go.
Yeah.
It just wants to go in my belly.
You're turning that burger into something it's not.
Yeah. I don't mean to sound
Pretty
elitist
Woman.
myself. But
join me, Andrew.
if I'm eating a cheeseburger on a piece of white bread, something's
something's
awful
wrong.
has happened.
You've had a bad day.
There's been some sort of apocalypse either outside or within my own life.
What about wheat bread?
Nope, same.
Same kind. No. The style of bread slice is not the issue here.
Right.
It's gotta be a bun.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
I have eaten like a hot dog on a piece of white bread in my darkest times, but those were my darkest times.
But you got to admit, that's still
only
it's
eat
lesser.
them on white bread.
I think the hot dog bun is the most overrated of foods in
Gets
many
in the
ways
way.
because it gets in the way.
Yeah.
What an absurd thing. to
Yeah,
say.
let's go get him, Andrew.
That is absurd,
I just said
Alvin.
it was- I said it was overrated. I'm not poo-pooing on people that like the hot dog.
Sure
bun.
you are.
I eat hot dogs on a bun. I'm just saying.
I'm happy to hear
like
that.
you. I'd rather just roll it up with a piece of bread.
Like if I go to the game this weekend and there is an option to get a jumbo dog on a piece of white bunny bread, give it to me.
Same way. I'm the same way. Because all they're doing now, a long time ago, somebody decided to put too much bread with sandwiches, which is why I don't care where I'm at, if I have a sandwich, I'll eschew one piece of bread, cut the sandwich in two, flip it over so where I have a thicker sandwich, but only one piece of bread.
You put it in your shoe?
Yeah.
Now see here's here's my take on that. That is not I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't disagree with you. But that's not a problem with the bread. That's a problem with that we are getting shorted our amounts of meats and toppings at restaurants.
Sometimes it's just too much
worldwide.
bread.
It's too much bread.
But see, we can
If there's
differentiate
ever
between
too much bread, it means that someone didn't put enough meat.
But
and
we can
toppings.
also differentiate between too much, like a roll that's too big, and the roll that's just right.
I could get that.
Because some of those
Sure.
rolls are perfect.
But most of them are it's just too much bread.
a potato bun is not. It's just a regular bun. It's just
You can
made of
also
potato.
have too much meat on a sandwich.
You can.
Oh,
but then you
I'm
just
not
take
so
some of
sure
it
of that.
off and make another sandwich with it.
Like,
on
I'll
white
be
bread.
honest, like Katz's, and I love Lester's, but when they do it like it's a carnival sideshow,
the best
like
sandwich.
I can't. No one can fit this in their mouth.
You know what?
Knife and fork.
I want to push back on that, but I have actually had a couple of those kind of styles of sandwiches where I did think like this is a little extreme.
Yeah.
So I think you are right on that.
The deli at right there on Clayton Road, right across from where Schnucks is in Richmond Heights.
Yeah.
That one. They have a lot of meat on them, but you make like a second sandwich out of it when you get home.
We should open a restaurant just called White Bread.
I agree.
Congress doesn't need more politicians. For nearly 30 years, Joan Von Dross dedicated her life to helping students learn, grow, and succeed. Now she's running for Congress to fight for lower healthcare costs, stronger public schools, and a more affordable future for Missouri families. Teachers solve problems. Politicians play politics.
I'm Joan Von Dross, Democrat from Missouri CD2, and I approve this message. Vote for me on August 4th.
Paid for by Von Dross for Congress.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history-telling podcast chronicling the epic story of America, decade by decade, from the 18th century to the 20th. Original music and immersive sound design accompany us on our storytelling journey. Listen to and follow History That Doesn't Suck, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline. We warehouse for you.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Is life insurance still on your list from earlier this year? Now is the perfect time to just get it done. A buddy told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I added this to my list this year and got it done. I called SelectQuote and was shocked at how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $18 a month. My wife's also 40 and her $5,000 policy was only $16 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, no medical exam was required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Checking this off my list felt great, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-280-5858 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-280-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-280-5858. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight discussing sarcomas with Dr. Angela Herbie.
In small groups of patients, there is an inherited genetic risk, but this is the vast minority of patients. And we typically identify these groups of individuals because of numerous family members having these rare cancers and many of them being young. When I say young, anybody under the age of 40.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Looking for a career change? Well, the Gelman team with eXp Realty is hiring. Their unmatched blueprint to success, real support, and proven systems help agents take their business to the next level. Level up your future and earning potential. Take the first step at thegelmanteam.com.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS 325. Alvin Reed is here with us. And anytime you get someone of Alvin Reed's caliber, you talk about what kind of bread goes on a hot dog. So, you just blew me away. Like, I was really quiet while you were talking about the Big Mac because I'm like, I have met an actual genius. Like, you take the middle bun out.
Yeah, it serves no purpose.
It does. It holds it all
I've
together.
never had that thought.
It's like it's like the 13th floor in a building. It's there, but you try to just not acknowledge it.
Right.
So I just take it out. Why is it there?
Because so if you have the burger, so if you ever get the double cheeseburger, you'll notice the burger slides sometimes when you're eating it, and then it's all out of whack. When you get the bread in there, it keeps it all in order.
I disagree. I think it holds itself together just fine without that middle bun. Right. And then you get more, like that fantastic Big Mac sauce is not lost in this third piece of bread.
Oh, that's not lost anywhere. It's there.
Yeah, it's there, but you get more of it per burger bite without that piece of bun in the middle. I don't get that one.
I think the experts in the McDonald's kitchen got it right.
Nah, they need to make those patties a little bigger on the Big Mac.
No, see, I agree, and that's why I said the solution is the Big Arch, because now it's 2 quarter pounders, and you get that.
I don't know if they have the Big Arch anymore.
They don't. Limited.
Oh man, well then just get the double quarter pounder. Although I don't think they put that on there for the double quarter pounder. I think it's only the old school bun, like the regular bun.
Okay, why is it that you asked for the secrets of the Pentagon? If you asked them to put can I get some Big Mac sauce on my double cheeseburger? It's like
you can do that.
I know.
I'm too afraid.
I know, but they kind of
here's your play though. Do it at the kiosk when you're doing it automatically. Because then they don't have any choice. They just follow the directions that show up on their screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't have any choice.
Yeah, they see that on the screen. They got to do it, man. You tell them in person.
You force their hand.
You tell the person, they be like, I don't think we can do that. But
Chinese
if you do it on the
iPhone.
kiosk, it's going to do it. They're going to do it.
Do they charge you extra dime or something like that?
No, it's just on the choices.
All right, tomorrow I'm gonna just do it just like the chicken Big Mac. I'm gonna do that just to experiment.
Yeah, screw them up.
Right. And when I get it and it's messed up,
well,
we'll talk about
Andrew,
it.
are you a change the order at McDonald's guy?
Yeah, enough.
I
don't really like. I mean, you guys know I hate pickles,
right?
And I'm not the craziest about mustard.
All right, if you want a hot Big Mac, get it without pickles and onions. All right, this is because I hate McDonald's cheese, but I get Filet-O-Fishes without cheese, and that way it's usually hot because you can't scrape the cheese off of it. So you usually get a hot one.
It's the hottest of all McDonald's sandwiches.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
right.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going a swing.
Ready to elevate your game? Join the MBA Sportscasters Forum on Tuesday, September 15th in St. Louis. Learn from Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and Hall of Famer John Rooney as they break down play-by-play, reporting, interviewing, and covering the game. Then cap off the day with the Cardinals versus Giants at Busch Stadium. Step into the booth, sharpen your skills. Go to KMOX.com/events for details and registration.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from Big Wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Bill, you're an old politician.
Yup, sure am.
So you know the old-timers warned that someone trying to sell you a pig in a poke was a con man.
Well, sure.
Well, no offense, Tom, but your Politicians Amendment 5 is a pig in a poke, allowing politicians to raise our taxes without a vote of the people. And the Politicians Amendment 4 takes away our power to do anything about it. Well, let's look at what's really inside Forward 5.
Oh, don't do that.
5 hits hardest seniors and those struggling financially with new taxes on services like doctor visits, in-home care, and rent. Sales taxes could more than triple. For up to 80% of Missourians, it's a tax hike. And Amendment 4 ends majority rule, effectively ending our power to stop corrupt and out-of-control politicians.
Slick plan, huh?
No, Tom, 4 and 5 are schemes that hurt citizens and transfer our power and our money to politicians and lobbyists. That's why I'm voting no on the politicians' amendments 4 and 5, paid for by Missourians for fair government.
Registered lobbyist Mike Deering is not the kind of guy you want in the state Senate.
Did you say he was a registered lobbyist?
Sure did. When conservatives like Tricia Burns tried to pass a bill to take back the 300,000 acres in Missouri allowed to be controlled by China, lobbyist Mike Deering testified against it. When conservatives like Tricia Burns fought alongside Missouri cattlemen to require foreign beef to be labeled, lobbyist Mike Deering testified against that too. While conservatives like Tricia Burns are fighting to protect your farmland from being paved over by data centers, lobbyist Mike Deering described Google's Montgomery County hyperscale data center as a
very positive thing.
Deering also endorsed liberal Democrat Chris Koster for governor and openly mocked President Trump. Registered lobbyist Mike Deering, anti-Trump, pro-Democrat, bought out by foreign ag interest, and in love with data centers. Take down Data Center Deering on August 4th. Vote America First conservative warrior Tricia Burns for state senate.
Paid for by Mo Constitutional Conservative Council PAC, Scott Lady Treasurer.
Traffic from the MichaelsFloorandOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, if you're headed home on westbound 64 this afternoon, we got a jam from Kings Highway headed out through McCausland. They just cleared a crash about 3-4 minutes ago that was in the right lane at Bellevue, so it's a jam because of that. It's going to get better, I'm sure. The light rain may be slow you down in some spots. Westbound 64 slow, Lake St. Louis Boulevard to 70, and northbound 61 from 70 is jammed all the way up to Highway P. We have an incident, or it looks like they may have just cleared an incident just north of there. We'll keep tabs on it, but it's a pretty solid jam as of right now. Southbound 170 delays from Ladue down to 64, south 270, 64 through Manchester, south of Big Bend to Gravois. Those are the slowest parts. If you're headed through downtown, we've got delays westbound 44 past the Arch Grounds and the Poplar. We have a crash just past the Poplar Street Bridge, and that's impacting westbound Poplar drivers. 64 westbound's jammed at 3rd Street. Eastbound 64 is backed up also from 159 to 157, and westbound 64 also has stop-and-go pockets from 37th Street to Ball Avenue. Eastbound 5570 Exchange past 203 is jammed. Westbound 5570, 255, most of the way to 111 is backed up. Southbound 255 a backup approaching Route 3 Columbia. Southbound 55 slow M most of the way down to Highway Z. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Love your low mortgage rate but need extra cash? Don't refinance. Get a Scott Credit Union home equity line of credit for home renovations or debt consolidation. Learn more at scu.org. Rates vary. Terms and conditions apply.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Friday, 3:34. Dave Murray brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Every day's a Friday.
Well, we're kind of having Laguna weather the last couple days.
Yeah, you know what? It was like 73 today.
Yeah.
That was cloudy. There were showers and stuff, but man,
okay.
73 in July. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, take it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Were you listening to the last segment?
I missed it.
Oh.
I usually come in about 5 minutes before I need to.
Yeah, there's no going back.
I just caught, like ordering something special on like a McDonald's menu.
Right. And you're not a McDonald's guy, right? You're not a fast food guy.
I'm not a fast food guy. Yeah. I do like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But, maybe once a year.
Wow.
Maybe.
Dang, you're missing out.
Is that just a
I
health
know,
thing,
I
Dave,
know.
or you just don't have a taste for it?
I don't have a taste for it, I think.
Wow, lucky guy.
I very rarely make modifications to an item.
I don't because I'm so mentally ill that Reen always said, you fear no one like a 16-year-old drive-through person. And it's true.
They're pretty mean.
I'm just I know you can say like, oh, I want it this way and that way, but I would never do that.
I'm not the pickiest eater either. Like, I'm actually trying to think of something where I'm like, yucky, no, keep it off my sandwich. Like, I'll
I
try.
like that voice.
Yeah.
Do that voice again.
It's a good one.
No. That was just a special little treat. But yeah, like, I for the most part, I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And then I can, like, take it off if I really don't like it.
There you go.
But I'm like you, Dave. I get stressed out. I'm like, they're already working so hard.
Yeah.
They don't need to worry
Like,
about
I've never
me.
sent a steak back.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever said. I don't think there's a way you could make a steak that I wouldn't enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like very rare up to like well done. I'm gonna probably eat it and like it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. If I'm paying $30-$40 for a steak, they're gonna get it right. I'm not gonna be a jerk about it, but I'm gonna get it right.
Who's the pickiest eater on the show? Wheels?
Might be me.
It could be me. I've made great strides in the past handful of years, but I can be a bit of a picky eater. Like I like the stuff that I don't want, I just will not. Like pickles, for example.
Yeah.
Pickles just are not
Mushrooms,
happening.
nope, not doing it.
I
not
can't
happening.
imagine. I mean, I believe you when you say you don't like them, but I love pickles so much. It's hard for me to imagine like tasting them and disliking that taste.
I wish I did, because like the people who like them love them, and I've always heard these stories about how pickles can be like a superfood when it comes to like hydration and stuff. And it's just like I don't know.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, it's the electrolytes.
I'm gonna.
It's
eat
got
a pickle
it's
after
got
my
a lot of
next workout.
electrolytes, because I a lot of like laborers and workers and stuff will just like take pickles and eat pickles because they are so rehydrating and refreshing.
Our girl Julia Bears always keeps at least one jar of pickle juice, straight up pickle juice, and just takes.
Ooh, I love it.
Tugs off it.
I like that too. I also do that with the olive brine.
Olives are another one that I just can't do, and I wish again the people. It feels like a club that I don't get to be in. The door is closed to me, and everybody in the club seems to be having so much fun drinking their pickle juice and they're eating their olives.
So here's what a South Roxana Hoosier I am. I could literally sit down and eat a large jar of sweet pickles. Like little sweet gherkins. Little sweet gherkins.
Good
Dave
for
doesn't
you,
like
man.
my baby voice as much as he liked Rachel's.
Good for you, man. I'm jealous. I really am. But but as you guys have seen firsthand, I've tried and I just can't. Just doesn't
They're
happen.
Not for you.
What are you gonna do?
What I
eat 'em. That's it.
did what I
Don't
could.
eat 'em.
Yeah, you avoid them.
Yeah.
I will say I don't like pickles, but I don't mind like the flavor they leave behind if you take them off. Like at Chick-fil-A, I will not order it without the pickle, even though I'm not going to eat it because I like the little flavor that it leaves behind.
Oh, so he likes wasting food.
Yeah.
He just admitted it.
I just give it to the birds, so it's not
Yeah,
wasted.
throw them out to the birds.
Birds eat
They
it.
Birds
love
are like,
pickles.
yay, a pickle.
I don't know. Damn birds seem to eat anything.
I have a story today. It's kind of apropos of this. If you ever noticed, I've noticed this, that banana flavored things don't really taste like a banana.
Yes.
Yep.
The reason is that artificial banana flavoring and fake banana flavored products don't taste like bananas because it's based on another type of banana that was wiped out by a plague in the 1950s.
Oh, how
So
interesting.
why didn't we update it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because people like the
let's
way
get
that
some modern
banana
banana.
flavor and taste. I don't like
Seems
anything
like
that
would be
tastes
easy
like
to do.
anything. You know, like Pringles or like chips. I don't like flavor. Like I'm okay with like sour cream,
Barbecue.
but when it's like the classics are fine.
Okay.
But,
He's talking
But
about
you
like
don't like your bacon and cheddar chips or something like that.
and I don't like Oreos that taste
right.
like something
or if it's
else.
like, hey, these grapes taste like cotton candy.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little weird.
Yeah.
They got apples that taste like grapes, and I don't understand.
Have you had those cotton candy grapes though?
No.
They're really
Yowza.
They
Are
really
they?
good.
Are really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turns out the way to make cotton candy taste even better is to add a little bit of grape and a little bit of juice in there, and whoo.
Are they the tiny little grapes?
I don't know. I had them when I was in Portland, and I was gifted them. Somebody else had brought them on an excursion and said, "You got to eat these cotton candy grapes." And then I ate all of the cotton candy grapes.
Yeah, that does sound good though.
All right.
I'll see if I can find some next time I go to the store. I'll bring them in because they're good.
So, Dave, Sunday is the transition day, huh?
Yeah, well, Sunday is back. So I'll call tomorrow the transition day. Tomorrow's like 89. If we have any leftover showers, it's first thing in the morning, and this is not a lot in the way of rain. So tomorrow's one of these days. The humidity starts to come back. 89 for the high. We'll still take that, even though it'll be a good 15 degrees warmer than today. And then Sunday is the day. Sunny, hot, and humid. 96 degrees on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday will be the hottest of this stretch, 99, 100 degrees each day, Monday and again on Tuesday. So after a couple of showers tonight, a couple of showers early tomorrow, there's not much in the way of rain. Also, the full moon coming up next week, Wednesday. It is known as the full buck moon in July in honor of Jack Buck.
Fine.
We're all afraid to make any joke about that.
You have to be very, 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 very.
We're all just like,
you have to enunciate clearly.
We're all just like, that's so interesting. You don't
Yeah.
say. Let's change the subject.
Make the sign of the cross and move on. Rach, going to do some fast food news?
Yeah, I know we've already been talking lots of fast food this hour, but gosh, we've got some great fast food news today. We're going to start with some news from McDonald's. I want to start, I'm going to let this fine news anchor break the news to you guys.
McDonald's is rolling out a new breakfast item starting today. The Chicago-based chain says that it's honey brown butter, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Say that 3 times fast. It's now available for a limited time. The company says the sandwich combines bacon, egg, and cheese with honey brown butter on a biscuit. Now, it's not clear how long this breakfast sandwich is going to remain on menus, but if I have anything to do with it, it won't be on the menu for long.
That man is hungry.
That guy could make me want to eat Wheeler.
I just love that his report starts with,
I was like, that's not a news item. That's a sales pitch.
Yeah.
That's a sales pitch. You better believe it.
I just caught from that McDonald's is headquartered in Chicago. I didn't realize. I just went and looked it up, and that's
the original
Field
McDonald's
trip.
there, yeah.
That's where the university is. University of McDonald's is up there.
I'm going to have to take a pilgrimage.
I love that movie. You guys seen The Founder?
no.
Oh,
Is that
it's
Norm
so
MacDonald?
good. No, it's Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's who I meant. I'm sorry. Norm MacDonald.
Nick Offerman.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
More McDonald's news. I'm going to be trying this tonight. I'm going to McDonald's because I've been eyeing this ever since I found out about it. McDonald's is adding a new limited time Caesar sauce to its lineup. So it's exactly what it tastes like, a creamy and tangy Caesar sauce with Parmesan, garlic, and lemon flavors. Came out last week. Oh, no, 3 days ago. I'm fake news over here. But you can get it on the Bacon Caesar McCrispy sandwich. They have a Caesar snack wrap. And you can also just get the McCrispy strips with Caesar sauce.
Last
Sounds
Caesar.
delish.
Yeah.
I love Caesar dressing, so I will be trying it. I feel like I'm saying words wrong, so I apologize for that. This is also very exciting to me. Krispy Kreme is debuting a new original glazed blueberry donut. Yeah, I'm interested. I would love to at least try
Like a
it.
cake
I'll try it.
donut?
It's not a cake. It's an original glazed donut made with blueberry flavored dough. So it's going to be nice and airy, like a typical Krispy Kreme donut, but with a nice blueberry flavor to it.
Oh, so there's not like blueberries in it. It's going to be like a blueberry flavoring to the. Okay, that's a little less intriguing to me than just putting some blueberries in there. I love blueberries.
I mean, the flavoring might have blueberry.
blueberries.
Might have
Blueberries.
the flavoring might have like actual blueberries in it.
Yeah.
You know, like they could be match. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
have the
right.
stats in front of me.
Sorry,
But,
I'm digging a little too deep on
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how to make it.
the stupid blueberry donut.
You ever seen on a medical show when they have that thing when they've screwed up and killed a patient and they all get together in private and they talk it out? That's what we do with fast food.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the level of
It's all about the detail, man.
seriousness that,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
Yeah.
our brain surgery.
Yes.
That's right.
KFC is welcoming back popcorn chicken.
Nice.
It was originally introduced in the early 1990s and was officially discontinued in 2023. But it's coming back, and you can get it a la carte. You can get a popcorn chicken bucket. Sounds like something the four of us could share someday.
Sounds like it.
They also have a popcorn chicken big box with 6 ounces of popcorn chicken, 2 original recipe tenders, medium fries, medium drink, 2 dipping sauces, and a chocolate chunk cookie. That's all for $11. And then you can get a popcorn chicken combo.
I had a bad thing happen last night. I was watching TikTok, and I see a big piece of chicken, and so I'm in. And the whole thing was about a guy who says that he got a raw piece of chicken from KFC, and he cuts it open and opens it up, and sure enough, right. And it was a bad thing because now it's going to take me a while to eat a piece of chicken.
Like, just in general.
Yeah.
Because you saw a raw chicken.
Yeah.
You can just cut it open and look.
He's always got to have a practical solution to our emotional problems.
Just let us be crazy.
If we stop being crazy, how are we going to do the show, Wheels?
You know how boring the show would be?
One more for you guys. Papa Murphy's is going to close up to 50 restaurants. I got to be honest, I never understood the allure of a Papa Murphy's because Papa Murphy's is like pre-made pizza, but you have to take it home and bake it yourself.
Yeah.
At that point, I would rather just make a frozen pizza and eat it at my leisure.
Yeah,
If I'm going through the trouble of going and picking up a pizza, I would like for it to be
finish it.
Cooked?
Yeah.
Yes.
I never really got that. But they're closing 50 locations. We'll see, what's in the future for Papa Murphy's. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Dave. Have a great weekend.
You too.
It's 3:47. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
This traffic report is a service of SNL Coins. If you're headed home on westbound Highway 70, it looks pretty good from downtown all the way out. It's just kind of slow west of A through 61, a little busy around Wentzville Parkway. Really, it's no big deal on westbound 70. Eastbound 70 is kind of slower, city into 270. Southbound 170, but just kind of off the pace from Ladue down to 64. Westbound 64, Hampton through Big Bend. Some slow traffic there. A little slow through Clarkson and then Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to 70. But northbound 61 still stop-and-go pockets north of 6470 all the way up past Highway W. We have an incident north of Highway W, so it's still a pretty solid backup running through there. Southbound 270, Clayton Road to Doherty Ferry past 44 is a little slow. By the way, eastbound 64 is a little heavy at the Interbelt. Southbound 55, slow M most of the way down to Highway Z. Southbound 255, about a half-mile backup approaching Route 3 Columbia. Downtown, westbound 44, heavy between the bridges. Westbound 64, 25th Street to the Poplar, slow. Eastbound 64, backed up 157 to 159. Westbound 5570, 255 is on the brakes most of the way to 111. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Baseball fans, we are post All-Star break, and that means the season is really about to start heating up, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Joining the action is easy. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game. And if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. It's just another reason why FanDuel is the home of home runs. Are you ready to play your game? Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started. FanDuel.com/Missouri to opt in for daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer today. Play ball, swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
When Donald Trump needs conservative votes to help pass his agenda for Missouri, Representative Trisha Burns never answers the call. Trisha Burns has missed 370 votes. Burns is bucking President Trump's priorities. Burns did not vote to stop DEI initiatives, prevent China from owning Missouri land, defund Planned Parenthood, and Burns did not vote to ban boys from girls' sports. Trisha Burns not showing up for Missouri and President Trump. Instead, Trisha Burns spends her time pulling pranks on the suicide prevention hotline. Yes, you heard that right. Trisha Burns lied to the police and staged a fake suicide emergency. She sent a series of messages to the hotline and said she, quote, had a gun to her head, end quote. When she got caught, she said there'd be no consequences because she's a politician. By August 4th, vote to show Trisha Burns that there are consequences to being bad at your job.
Let's Go Brandon Pack paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Chris Foss, Treasurer.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Boy, it's just a food day today. We're just talking about all sorts of nonsense. What is a food that we would all know, probably a fast food, that you got to eat it quick?
Oh, tacos.
Yeah.
Anything Taco Bell. Doesn't last very long.
Hmm.
It's like a snowflake. It's going to melt.
You know, I'm not gonna go fast food. I'm gonna go with a bowl of cereal.
Good call.
I eat that extremely quickly because I don't like soggy cereal, and then I also want to minimize the time the milk is touching air.
Mm-hmm.
That's my own thing.
I got a solution for that.
No. I'm not eating dry cereal if I have the option of delicious regular cereal.
Here's how insane I am. I was making cereal last night, and I was having Special K with raisins, and I was also making a piece of toast, and I'm really particular about toast, and so I was living dangerously, and I poured the milk before the toast was ready.
Uh-oh.
I popped the toast up. It's almost ready, and I needed something from upstairs from the bedroom.
Oh, man.
And I made the calculation in my head. If I put the toast back in, run upstairs, get the thing I need, come back down, the toast is going to be perfect, and the cereal won't be turned yet. And it all worked out, and I was so proud of myself.
Good job.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. It's a happy story.
You know,
That
we need
is.
those sometimes.
Could have gone bad.
That was what we call success.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
That's a victory.
Dave Glover, after 26 years in this industry, what's your proudest moment?
It's like, well, I timed this thing.
This one time, band camp.
This one time in my kitchen.
Tell you guys about Bethesda. Bethesda Health is a not-for-profit, which matters. the way they treat people, the way they fund, the way just they approach things. It's not all about the profit because it's obviously not for profit. They take great care of people. They go the whole spectrum in elder care. Everything from independent living apartments, which they have 7 of, and they're just all gorgeous. I visited all of them, and when I say that I could move to any one of them, I'm telling the truth. They're just beautiful and vibrant. Everyone there's older, right? Because it's, independent living for older people. But, if you're that age, what do you care? Then they have assisted living many times, like right next door. They have skilled nursing, which is what my mom was in at Bethesda Dilworth. And then they have memory care, which the first floor at Dilworth is memory care. Hospice, which my mom was on, which I do the hospice volunteering now since she passed away. So they do it all. It is a very, under the best of circumstances, a very difficult road. It's winding and it's rocky and potholes. And what if you make a mistake? You want to be there for your loved one.